Hello, David. How's it going? And thank you to whoever's watching right now. So, it's like 5 minutes before I said it was gonna start, but let's start anyway, just because. Let's see. Hey, Razor. Hi, David. I'm glad Final Fantasy 15's finally bit the dust. Yeah, me too. Finally. Oh God, I'm so happy it's finally gone. Well, not gone yet. It's still coming with the other one, whatever the episode Arden, I think it was. So they're gonna be doing that, which, so still not great. But it's better than, you know, starting again with like, oh, here's like millions of DLC again. Woohoo! Been a while since your last stream. Yeah, it has. I don't know how long it's been since the last one. So let me, oh, if you were hearing that in the background, that's the game that I'm going to be playing, which is one of, in my opinion, one of the most underappreciated games ever made, and a game that I was a firm believer in even before it came out, and I was very happy that when it came out it was really good. So I'm going to be playing it for you guys today as part of the Fall Q&A 2018 live stream. So before I start, a couple things. First of all, the reason this is a live stream is because I didn't really get a lot of questions to make it, you know, a full video on this. It was even less than last time, which is fine. But I wanted to do this live stream just so other people could come in and ask questions in the chat. However, the questions that I have already on my little notepad here, those are the ones that are going to be prioritized first because they were asked in the original video. So we've got questions, I think you have one in here, David, and then there's 4 other ones that I'll get to before I start asking questions from the chat for people that join. So, and then secondly, of course, I gotta talk about Steven Hillenburg, who passed away today, which is very sad. He was the creator of SpongeBob SquarePants, which is one of my favorite shows. Well, anything SpongeBob pre 2004 I think is some of the best animation comedy ever. It's funny, it's surreal, it's iconic, it's memorable to this very day. It's become this insanely influential part of modern pop culture, which is something I could not even imagine when I was a kid. But the creator passed away today after a battle from ALS, which I think he had since 2017 or 2016. I think it was 2000. I'm pretty sure it was 2017. But anyway, Steven Hillenburg, he had ALS, and unfortunately he passed away today. So I have in my possession a shot glass with a shot of, I think this is, what is this? This is I think this is Fireball whiskey that I have. So I'm going to take a nice shot to him. There we go. Rest in peace, Steven Hillenburg. Thank you for creating a part of my childhood that I hold in very high regard. Rest in peace. So with that out of the way, let's get into the game we're going to be playing today. Well, not we. I'm going to be playing today. Which is, without further ado, Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments, which is, I think, is a really good game. And if none of you have, if any of you have ever seen or never have seen the gameplay, good. I hope to convince you to buy it because it is a really good game, and I'll talk about why as I continue with the stream. So, and let me know how the audio is compared to the game, which I might test that out right now just by. Let me double check. Give me one sec while I check. If you hear noise in the background, that's my tablet that I've got up so I can read the chat. Okay, it's okay. Cool. Excellent. Alright, without further ado, let's begin a new game of Crimes and Punishments, Sherlock Holmes. Oh, you want to restart? Oh, your progress will be lost. Yep, that's fine. So the first question that I have down, I'm going to start with your question, David, because you're here, I hope, still. Skip this. I don't like that cutscene. So, your question was, what fantasy race would I be? Would I be a dwarf? Would I be an elf? There is I've talked long and hard, I've talked on and on and on about Radiata Stories, which is one of my all-time favorite games. There's a race in that game that is pretty much a variation of an elf. Let me see, do I have the subtitles on for this? There we go. Okay, I do. So, take cover. Don't shoot me, you...
Holmes, will you stop that?
Shit. There's a race in Radiata Stories called the Dark Elves, and they are a race that are known for winemaking and living near. They live in this place called.
Yes, of course.
Oh my God!
And you
why can I not remember? Oh my God!
For the vases.
I feel so stupid.
Blindfolded.
Forest Metropolis. There we go. Sorry.
Please. I'm trying to concentrate.
How could I forget that? It's one of my all-time favorite games. So they live in this place called Forest Metropolis, and it is a beautiful-looking environment.
What is it this time?
I guess I'll keep talking.
You can see me.
Talking.
Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
See, I really like the voice acting in this game too. It's it's good for a game that is clearly a budget title. It's good.
The only exercise
and
I've had all week.
Compared to the sequel, Devil's Daughter, which is garbage, by the way. They recasted all the voices for Devil's Daughter.
I missed 4 out of 10.
It's so bad compared to how it is here.
Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Road.
I really like the atmosphere of this game too, and you'll all see that in a little bit.
Found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The Medi Men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone then.
Okay, so there's a race in Radiata Stories called the Dark Elves, and they live in this place called Forest Metropolis. That is just this giant forest, and it's in this perpetual state. This like I guess it never the season never changes in the game, so it's stuck in this perpetual state of autumn. And they work hard and play hard and they live life to the fullest. And that's how they're described by one of the characters in the game. So, the way it is with them is that they just live a carefree life and they're stuck in autumn. And they're stuck, and then, well, not stuck. They live by this beautiful river and they live by this amazing forest. So, I'd love, like, if I were ever retire, I would love to live there. I'd love to live as a dark elf. So I guess dark elf. Normally my oh, some makeup. Fuck you. No, I wanna. Oh, okay, cool. So it just did me to the default suit. So it pretty much would be a dark elf, and I love dark elves. Dark elves are really they're some of the best characters in the game. Some of them are. Most of them are kind of forgettable, but just the concept of what they live by is really enticing to me personally.
Oh, what a mess! What a terrible mess!
Watson!
You go along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take care of the mess you've made here.
Very well then. Let's go to Woodman's Lee. Alright, so the next question we have for the Q&A is, why do Rampage and Tomb Raider suck? From Sonic X9. And he's talking about the movies. And the problem with the movies is that they are lazy and completely forgettable. And
Mr. Holmes,
Rampage in particular, I between the two, I'd rather watch Tomb Raider again than Rampage, because Rampage was just boring, because I've seen it all before, and a lot of it just screamed laziness, and there's a really irritating tonal inconsistency that is in Rampage that just isn't in Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider, as generic as it is and mediocre as it is still better. It sticks with one tone, and that's as, you know, an adventure movie. But Rampage is just giant pile of crap. I don't know about giant pile of crap, but it's not very good.
Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes? Mr. Holmes?
I always love doing that on the PS4. Because I bought this game the day it came out on the PlayStation 4, and you wouldn't believe how long the load times were for that. Like for that trip and the carriage, that took a while on the PS4, but on the PC, it's just like a heartbeat and I'm there. So thank God for powerful PCs. So Rampage sucked, it's just lazy. Tomb Raider is just completely forgettable. It's like if they sucked all the life and soul out of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My
I'll wait for you in the
condolences,
cabin,
Mrs. Carey.
Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Alright, so another thing I like about this game is this, which, if you've ever seen the Sherlock Holmes show with Benedict Cumberbatch, he always does this thing where he looks at people and he can spot details based on just glancing at them. So, like this pendant, scan it, and you'll be able to see it's a cameo. Scroll down, Catholic Rosary. Is able to tell us something about her. She's religious. Crested tilt, so we have that. Gardening gloves, we got that. And a birdhouse. So obviously she was working on a birdhouse when we interrupted her. So next question. Anything unusual that night? Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything
unusual upon the night of the murder?
unusual upon the night of
At
the
2
murder?
o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Evening before murder.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
When was the body found?
Do you remember at what
Avengers
time
4
you found
trailer
your
just
husband's
came out.
body?
No, it didn't.
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it.
Technically, it's Avengers
At around 10 o'clock, I
3.5.
dared
It's
to
the
glance
second
into the
half
door
of
and
3.
oh dear,
Or 3. Yeah. Did he have visitors?
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes. Life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return?
Oh, here we're going to get an example of the little, like, L.A. Noire type of thing.
Yes, but how do you know about that?
It gives you a time limit, and if you know it, you click Q. Pilgrimage. That's how I know about Plymouth.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago.
Very L.A.
de
Noire-ish,
when you were
but...
young. That much is evident from the rosary in
you
your
can't,
hand.
unlike L.A. Noire, you
shortest route
can't
for the pilgrim from
fail
England to
this.
Spain
Because
is
if
from
you
Plymouth.
get it, the only complaint I have
believe
about
that you
that
met
with this
Peter
is that
Carey as
if
a
you get
young
it
sailor
wrong,
there,
it just
and you married
resets
him
it
soon
to where
afterwards.
before you
That
ask
is
the
indeed
question.
what happened, Mr. Holmes.
So that's kind of irritating because there's no real
Thank
fail
you,
state
madam.
when it comes to questioning people, which is disappointing because it robs you of the illusion that you are in a in a fully expanding case or whatever. So next question, well, before we get into another cutscene, from Nero Cesana. I think Nero Cesana. What are your thoughts on the characters and music of Yakuza 0? Which it's a good question, considering I finished Yakuza 0 like about a month ago. Finally removed it about a month ago. So I really liked Yakuza 0. I thought it was a lot of fun, and the characters in particular are very enjoyable.
Wait just a moment,
And
Mr. Holmes, and
I've never, this was
I
my
locked
first
it
time
yesterday to ensure
really
that no
getting
one should
into
enter the cabin
Yakuza, because I
tamper with
played
the evidence.
Yakuza 4 or 5
thinking.
on the PS3.
Hello.
I think it was 5.
What is it, Lestrade?
And I
Seems to
just
me
was
that someone has tried
so
to force it, Mr. Holmes.
lost. I was impressed with
see.
the storytelling, the way that was all structured and how it was willing to take its time. I liked that about it, but I just couldn't fully get into it because it was just... I just felt so lost. It's like coming into Kingdom Hearts and you start with Dream Drop Distance. You'll just be confused, like completely
scratches are
confused
fresh.
by what's going on. That's what it felt like for me.
You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
And
I swear
going
these
into
scratches
Yakuza
were not
0,
here yesterday.
I think even though it
Our
is,
mysterious
it's a game that
visitor came here
came
last
way
night.
after,
Well, he's not the man for the job.
way
This lock is not a
after,
difficult one.
Perhaps he did
whatchamacallit,
not have the right tool.
God damn it. Yakuza, the first Yakuza Kiwami. It still feels like something that could be on its own, which I really appreciated about Yakuza 0. And it was such a fun game. It was a really long game too. Normally I don't like games that have, dual protagonists because a lot of them tend to focus on the same area. Oh god, that's grisly. They tend to focus on the same areas over and over again. And even though Yakuza 0 kind of sort of does that, their story, the Majima and Kiryu's stories are so interesting that I didn't mind them being dual protagonists. It's not like, and I'm going to use Kingdom Hearts again because I was just talking about this with RichestMan. Hi, RichestMan. I like Dream Drop Distance, but I'm not crazy about the dual protagonists because you're just going to the same worlds over and over and over again. It just kind of feels like a waste of time. It just feels like they're just trying to pad this shit out. But it didn't feel like that with Yakuza 0. Actually, like with Yakuza Kiwami, I was shocked when it ended. I was like, what the fuck? That's it? And I wasn't like, that's it in a bad way. It was just, that's it in... I was shocked.
This blood is from the pool underneath.
This blood is from the pool
body.
underneath. Well, I know Kiwami came out after 0, but I mean the story of Yakuza came out
Peter Carey tried to
years
defend
ago
himself with this knife,
on the
but he did
PS2
not
days.
succeed.
Like I'm mostly referring it to it like that. Let's see, what do we have
The
here? This
pattern
pattern
of
of
the
blood
stain
indicates
indicates
the notebook.
that the
Is that
notebook was not lying on the floor.
So
prior to the
the
crime,
music of Yakuza
but
0, it was
dropped
good.
into the pool of blood
Karaoke is
after the
fun,
death of
which I
Peter
like.
Carey.
Karaoke was very fun.
JHN are probably the
So,
initials of the
next
owner of
question,
this
and Richard,
notebook.
while you're here, I'm going to answer your question. Do you believe in a movie and video game 4-year curse?
These
No, I
abbreviations
don't. I
mean
think this was
something.
just a bad year.
But
I think
what?
2014 and 2018 just coincidentally were just bad years. 2010 was not a bad year at all. So there is no curse. 2010 we got fucking Red Dead Redemption and I don't know, others. It's good. So I like this aspect to Sherlock Holmes as well, which are the, you know, putting together clues so you can figure stuff out like this. You connect the notebook and then sometimes in order to do this, you have to, this is what you have to do in order to proceed, because some of the tasks you can't do until you can't do it until you start doing this. So a task, we have to make an ambush.
Someone was
And
here
before we make an
yesterday.
ambush,
They attempted
I'm going
to
to
force the
continue to
door
look
to
through the
gain
cabin here
entry.
before we're there. And before I continue, I just want to point out, like, even though this game was made on a budget, this atmosphere that they've managed to conjure up with this, I simply just like existing in this world. I really like it. I just, and you'll see other environments later on that I just fall in love with. That's why I like this game so much. I just think the atmosphere is impeccable, fucking on point.
The Sea Unicorn.
The Sea
She
Unicorn.
was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
No, but I don't believe in a curse. I think it was just a coincidence that it was a bad year. This year in particular was just terrible.
Someone drank from this
Someone
glass
drank from
recently.
this glass recently. And the final question that I'll do before I move on to what chat asks is from Claylex. If you're watching, hi Claylex. Why has 2018 been such a bad year? Well, for movies, I think it's just the lack of risk. A lot of
initials
movies just feel safe
EC
and
have
boring
been
and
crudely
generic.
burned.
And I think a lot of that has to do
Sailor's
with
work.
you know, our
The
lot of
initials-
influence on, you know, PC and all that shit. It's just not, movies can't be risky anymore. Studios were just making safe, boring shit, and that's a big part of it.
This
Oh,
aroma is
another thing I
familiar,
like about this
but
game
to
is
recognize
that the
it,
mini
I must
games are
construct my
fucking terrible
associations
most of the
in
time,
one picture.
but you can skip through them. Like if you're fucking around, like most games, especially the next Sherlock Holmes game, Devil's Daughter, which again is garbage. They don't let you skip the really terrible mini games and the really terrible sequences that have nothing to do with being a detective. Like there's a whole sequence in Devil's Daughter where you have to, and see right there, you just skip, boom, and it'll do it for you, and I love
This is
that.
a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very
But in
popular
Devil's
among
Daughter, I
sailors.
remember this whole bit where you have to sneak around on these wooden planks, and it was horrible because
It
the
seemed that
gameplay was
Captain
just
Carey
so
was
terrible and
enjoying
it was
a
so
drink
boring and it
before
went
he
on
met
for an
his death.
eternity, and you couldn't skip it. But in this game, you can skip stuff like that, which I think was just a major regression when they omitted that feature from this game in Devil's Daughter. It's just, ugh, I hate Devil's Daughter so much. Devil's Daughter is just, I think Devil's
Carey's
Daughter
boots
ruined
needed
this
to be a size
franchise
8.
after this game came out and it was so good, and everyone, and it got positive
So
reviews. People were like,
navigation
oh wow,
instruments,
this was actually
nothing
pretty good.
interesting.
And then Devil's Daughter came out and it was like, what the fuck is this shit? And I don't know, I still want to find out what happened to the Devil's Daughter development cycle, because it went through a long period where it was only on PC and disappeared off of like the release schedule for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. It was just, it was so odd. If anyone from Frogwares and I forget the publisher, it was, I would like to speak to somebody and find out what happened. Like I'm genuinely curious.
Peter Carey was
So, but yeah, why has 2018 been such a bad year for video games? It's just been luck of the draw. That's really all I can attest to it, because video games have been just a bad year, just because there's not really a lot of games that I'm really interested in. A lot of games are just live services. I actually was planning on making a video about recording a video about live services today, but then I remembered that I needed to make this video first. Like, this was my priority before the end of November. So I thought, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to do a live stream so I can talk about live services, especially when I see a question from dkdragonfang. Hello. So when should we have the funeral for Bethesda?
This is not covered with dust.
I think the funeral for Bethesda is a little, you know, jumping the gun a little bit. They're not dying, they're not dead. It's just Fallout 76 is a giant train wreck that's on fire and twisting and spinning into a raging tornado. Yeah, Fallout 76, good lord, just I know what they were thinking. Here's the thing, like with most games that are terrible, I can say, you know, I can go, what the fuck were they thinking? But I knew what they were thinking with this. I knew right away when I saw what this game really was, what they were thinking, is that they wanted it to be a live service. That's what they wanted this to be. And it's bit them in the ass, because that's the problem when it comes to chasing trends, is that when you make something that you have no business making or can't even properly do, not even equipped well to do, it's going to bite you in the ass, and you're going to come across as cynical and shitty and exploitative, and that's exactly what Fallout 76 is. How fucking dare they? Let me pause this real quick so I can go on my tirade about Bethesda. How fucking dare they pull this shit where they come out with this game that barely functions as a working product, and they expect people to pay $60 or $80, or God forbid, like Angry Joe did, I saw recently from his review, $200 for a collector's edition of it, and it comes out as this broken piece of shit, this broken, boring ass piece of shit, and they expect you to pay microtransactions on top of that. And yes, I'm gonna say they expect you to, because no one puts in microtransactions in a game and doesn't want you to buy them. I don't care how many people throw that defense, oh well, you don't have to buy them. I don't care, the game is designed around that, where they lock the best items away in the microtransaction shop. Now that's fine for a free-to-play game. Granted, I have no problem with it in things like Fortnite. I think Fortnite's microtransactions and their monetization system is fine. It's okay with me, and I think it's more than fair because it is a free-to-play game. You do not have to pay $60 to get into the club. You have to pay $60, $82, well in this case, $35, $40 now that it's gone sale after a week of being out, which is just insane, just blows my fucking mind. Is that this, they had the fucking gall to release it the way it was. And it blows my mind. And like Angry Joe said, it made the Fallout 76, it made me go from excited about Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6. Now I'm really cautious about it because I'm just like, oh my god, like if they had the fucking lack of shame to release this piece of shit, what's gonna happen when they start releasing Starfield in a couple years and they're still using the broken ass creation engine? I'm sorry if Kotaku thinks that people, or I'm sorry if Jason Schreier thinks that people talking about, you know, saying that the engine is broken is misguided, that Bethesda needs to change their engine. I'm sorry, Bethesda needs to change their fucking engine. It sucks. It sucks. And I'm recently going through Fallout New Vegas again, and I was willing to I'm willing to forgive it because of that, but I honestly I cannot recommend Fallout New Vegas without mods. It just makes it so much better when you have in unofficial patches and unofficial fixes to the crashing that the game does constantly. It's a much better experience. But the problem is a lot of people don't want to bother, don't want to fuck with the mods, so they're stuck with this broken ass game that Bethesda will never patch. And how are people going to create mods with Fallout 76? You can't bring on the changes that people made to the modding community from Fallout 4 into Fallout 76. It doesn't work like that, and it's not going to happen. So what's Bethesda going to do? But is Bethesda going to release 2 more 50 gigabyte patches in order to make it good again? Or semi-decent? Or semi-playable? Is that what's going to happen? Excuse me? Why am I paying $60 for this? Sorry. Moving on with this. And I find it really, really...
I think that we are lucky.
Oh, just...
And why is that?
Oh, just
Of last
rage-inducing
night's break-in.
when Bethesda comes out and pulls this whole mea
Lost
culpa,
me.
like, oh, we're
is very
sorry,
probable
we're
that
sorry
whoever
that we
came
haven't
here
been
hoped
saying
to find the
anything.
door
Oh,
open.
boo-hoo.
They tried to
Oh, we're
force it
so
with a knife
sorry.
blade, but
Fuck
they failed.
you.
What will
Fuck
they do?
you, higher ups at
Why,
Bethesda.
return tonight
You knew
when they will be
exactly
better
what you were
prepared.
releasing onto the world when you made Fallout 76.
what do you
When you
propose?
wanted it to come out on November
remain on
11th.
the
When you
outside, near the
paid
window,
people to
where
be
we stand the best
brand,
chance
you know,
of
oh,
catching sight of
YouTube
our
doing
visitor.
brand sponsorship
Well,
for this
gentlemen,
broken
ready your
ass
pistols.
game.
We
You
have a
knew
long
exactly
night
what you
ahead
were
of us.
doing. Don't try to pull this thing of, oh, well, we should have known or whatever. We didn't know. Bullshit. Bullshit. I don't believe it. I don't believe it whatsoever. And I probably better keep playing the game, but
We need to find a good
we need to
place
find a
for an
good place for an ambush,
Perhaps
Mr.
behind
Holmes.
Carey's
So,
cabin, near the window.
Fallout 76 is just useless junk. It's junk. Junk. Total junk. Here we go. Let's make this
looks
the
like
hiding place.
Perfect hiding place.
And oh my god. And then Bethesda, it's like, it's not like they didn't know this was coming. They knew this was coming because they had a beta, for God's sakes. A beta that you could only access from pre-ordering the game, which is shitty. Super shitty. And they knew that people wanted push-to-talk for microphones. They knew people wanted ultra-wide support. They knew that there were security compromises in the hacking. They knew that there were, and yet they still released it anyway. They knew that it dropped down to a sub-frame rate on powerful machines. They knew. They knew, and they still released it anyway. I don't believe any apologies that they send out. I don't care how many mea culpas they threw out there. They knew what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing, and they did it anyway because they don't care, because they want to hop on the live service trend, damn the long-term consequences, and look at this shit because this is what fucking happens. So anyway, that's about Bethesda. Let me move on to other questions before I just which is the whole stream becomes me ranting about Bethesda.
Did you hear that?
'Cause I loved Bethesda, and I feel betrayed by Bethesda, just absolutely betrayed. And oh, before I move on, sorry. There was a recent video from Jason Schreier and Young Ye, two people I'm actually,
someone there.
you know, I have a lot of respect
I'm
for.
gonna collar him.
But
I'll
there
be
was
right
one
behind you.
thing brought up where Jason Schreier said, "Oh, I don't understand why people are so angry. Why are people, you know, why is gamer rage a thing?" Okay, gamer rage is a thing because companies keep pulling shit like this. If they wouldn't pull shit like this,
All right, my
gamers
fine
would be a
fella.
lot
Who are you
happier.
and
They
what
wouldn't
are
be
you
making
doing
YouTube videos
You're detective, I
raking
suppose.
Bethesda,
You
raking
imagine that
Todd
I'm
Howard
connected
over the
to death of
coals.
Captain Carey. I assure you, I'm
It's a
innocent.
simple math equation, basically.
Innocence.
A,
And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell
make
you?
good game.
You came to retrieve
Plus,
what you had lost.
don't
after
bullshit your
killing
audience.
Peter Carey.
Equals
But we were here,
profit
waiting for you.
equals positive
What is your
reception from
name?
community. It's
John
not
Hopkins
fucking
Nelson,
rocket
right?
science. It's not hard.
I didn't.
Do you
It's not.
deny that you came here yesterday?
So anyway, let me move on to
No,
another question
yes,
from the
it's
richest man,
just
all the way
that
back,
I'm tired of
oh
this.
god,
Off we go
15
to
minutes
the
ago.
yard.
Would you consider
Tomorrow,
making a video
that you're put in
on
front
your
of a
experience
judge.
as a GameStop employee?
What? But
No,
you
just
can't.
because
I'm not. It's a terrible
I
mistake.
really wouldn't know what to talk
Enough.
about.
You can
Other
explain
than
all
things
of that
I've
to
already
the
talked
judge.
about on the channel before.
You're
There's a
coming
video I
with
did
me
a
to
long
the
time
yard.
ago where I ranted about
But
the
In
GameStop
light of
Circle
recent
of Life
events, it seems
bullshit
evident that
when
your
that was
coming
the
here
when that was the thing.
unnecessary.
And I said a lot
All
about
the same,
GameStop in that video.
I'm
So if you
very
ever want to know
grateful
about
to
my
you, Mr.
experience
Holmes.
working at GameStop, just
You are
watch
welcome,
that
Inspector.
video. That
But
gives you a
please
good
don't
idea of
be
what it
too
was
hard
like.
on our young fellow.
The only thing
I
I'll
would like
add
to
to that I
question
probably
him tomorrow
didn't
morning.
say in that video is like I'm still friends with people I used to work at GameStop. Like to this day, I'm good friends with quite a few of them. So I'm grateful to GameStop just for giving me more friends in my life, giving me more people that I can tolerate to be around, and I have a lot of respect for. And they're just cool people. So now we're at the police station, which we can do interrogating. Hooray! So I like this aspect too, where you can go into the evidence room and you can actually scan the perps' belongings
These
and
are the
shit. It's really
suspect's
cool.
belongings.
Moving on. Oh god, let me see. Oh, Epic Steve! Hey man, how's it going? So Razor, quick, somewhat weird question. Do you think I'm a scumbag for wanting to get Smite on the Nintendo Switch purely to free up the players? To free up the players there, and no reason aside from that. What's free up the players? I don't understand that. Does it mean like dominating them or what? I don't understand.
We found on Peter Carey's
I don't. If that's like a thing with Smite, then if that's like terminology with Smite, then I don't know what that means. And that makes me sound like an idiot. Then I'm sorry. Pocket
knife. It was used
dkdragonfang asks, they thought they could get away. Oh, not asked. They thought they could get away with it, and people would give them a pass, just like always, and now they're paying for it. Yeah, and I'm guilty of giving them a pass in the past before. I'm more than guilty of that, and I will fully. I'll be the first to body. I don't know what that means.
And partner.
Wait, what was I saying? Oh, right. I to this very day, I love Skyrim. I do. I really do. And I love Oblivion. Major problems aside, I love Oblivion. I love Skyrim. I love Fallout 3. I really like Fallout 4.
To my friend Dawson.
And
I've seen his name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
I can't defend them anymore. I said in my Bethesda Needs a Serious Reality Check. When it comes to developing games, I cannot. I have to catch myself. Like if Starfield comes out and Starfield is a buggy mess, which good chance it will be if they're still using the creation engine, then I have to really reel it in. And the reason people are criticizing Bethesda way more harshly now is because Fallout 76 is every bit of the tedious stuff that was in Fallout 4, except it doesn't have any of the good stuff. Like, say what you will about Fallout 4,
Mr. Holmes.
but I think it had good world exploration. It had free it basically means you're destroying them in the game. Oh, no, that's not really a dick move. I wouldn't call that a dick move. But I kind of have to catch myself when it comes to Bethesda from now on. That's something I need to kind of keep my eye on. But I still will stand by what I say. I love Oblivion. I love Skyrim. I love Fallout 3. I like New Vegas when it's playable. I really like New Vegas when it's playable. I echo that sentiment because I really wish Obsidian was given another chance with Fallout. They never will now that they're with Microsoft, and I also think it's really funny. I think it's really funny that Bethesda is getting this insanely low Metacritic score, and it's like that famous story of them denying Obsidian their bonus because they were short 1 point on Metacritic for getting an 85. That would have given them their bonus. I thought that when I found that out, I felt sick. Like I felt sick to my stomach that Bethesda did that. I think that is scummy, and I absolutely hate it when publishers use Metacritic of all fucking things as this metric for getting a bonus. You know what should be getting a bonus? You know what should be a metric for getting a bonus? Making the fucking game and getting it out there complete.
Where did you find it?
No matter what Metacritic score you get, people should like it. People will like it, and if people like it, get them a bonus.
Oh no, I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
I never got into Fallout, just looked too ugly and dreary, I get, but still personal taste for me. That's fine. I really like the drab ugliness of the world, because I think there is beauty in the apocalypse. I like post-apocalyptic games, even though there's a lot of them now, but the ones that are really special know how to find the beauty in the desolate and despair. Like The Last of Us
seized this valuable ring from you.
Metro is one of them. Metro is pretty good.
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
Another example. I didn't steal anything. It always belonged to me. No? See, look at that. Oh, see, there's an example. That's one of the things I don't like. Like it won't give you an option to fail.
Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone.
I find that a bit annoying.
It has always belonged to me.
It has always belonged to me. So I should do the rings engraving. Yeah, there we go.
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago.
Good thing I didn't buy it and got Dragon Quest 11. I was really tempted to get Dragon Quest 11 for Black Friday because it was half off on Amazon. But considering I'm getting Smash Brothers soon,
owner of the ring.
Hopefully,
the ring is mine.
I hope I'm getting Smash Brothers soon. But I'm really looking forward to that. And there we go, Father's Jacket. I got the 2 minutes though.
I believe
so. I don't have time for like a 100+ hour JRPG right now, and I gotta. I might have time for it in January, maybe, because I'm not going to be in school during January, but that whole month will be kind of like probably playing catch up with some of the games I got on Black Friday.
Be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore,
time to upgrade to an SSD, LOL.
It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy, you had to find yourself a manual.
Bob Bobby asks, will we ever have another good Star Wars game? I think so. EA is the worst. EA is horrible. EA, what they did to Battlefront is unforgivable in my eyes. But I think Respawn, if we're gonna get any good Star Wars game, it's gonna be from them. It's not gonna be anything post Battle. It's not gonna be anything post Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order or Fallen Empire or whatever it's called. So I think with any case it will be Respawn, because Respawn is a
reconstruction. I'm sure
really excellent developer. Like, you know, I'm not crazy about the original Titanfall. Everyone knows I'm not crazy about the original Titanfall. But Titanfall 2, if it is in my top 10 games of all time. That I'm not, and considering how critical and stingy I am about video games and, like, you know, calling them masterpieces, from the moment I played Titanfall 2 to the moment it ended, I never stopped thinking that Titanfall 2 was a masterpiece upon the first time that I played it. That is enormous high praise on my end. Search archives, dialogue. Oh, find a use. Peter carries boots. They appear to be size 8. Search archives. Dialogue, outline. Okay, just reminding myself what I need to do before. Dialogue, carry shelves. Alright, time to go ask the wife. Let's go ask the wife some stuff. But I love Titanfall 2. And when I heard that they were making a Star Wars game, I was ecstatic. I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited for whatever Star Wars. I think it's Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Let me relook this up before I forget, because I'm gonna feel really stupid if it turns out to be something else. I think it's Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order coming this year. And it's also got the guy that's directing it directed God of War 3, which is a really good game, really great game. So I am very excited to play Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And especially if it's about, you know, a Jedi. I think saber combat, if anybody's going to do saber combat right, it's going to be Respawn. Because Respawn, they're great when it comes to first-person combat. So I think they'll do really. I think they're a good fit for this. And of course, I'm like between the two, between Star Wars and Titanfall 3. Honestly, I'm more looking forward to Star Wars Fallen Jedi, or Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Sorry, I gotta remind myself what the hell it's called. But Titanfall 3, I am looking forward to Titanfall 3. Like, of course, I love Titanfall 2 to death, so of course I'm looking forward to Titanfall 3. But I'm so nervous now that now that they own Respawn. I'm really, really nervous about how they're going to treat it, because Titanfall 2
your husband's tobacco
had no microtransactions and no season pass, and the only thing that it did have was, like, you know, overpriced cosmetics, which I will take, as stupid as that is, I will take that over a game-breaking microtransaction system any day of the week.
It is true.
But
it is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it
It
himself.
worries me because Titanfall 2 was famously a sales disappointment because
Do you know where
EA made the brilliant
There was a
idea
small
to put it a
box,
week
barely larger
between
than
Battlefield 1 and Call of
He kept
Duty
his
Infinite
papers
Warfare
It should be
because
somewhere in his cabin.
EA are a bunch of idiots. And
Thank you, madam.
I believe in my heart of hearts that
Who
EA
could do
wanted
such
this
a
game to fail. I believe that. I honestly believe that. Call me a conspiracy theorist, whatever. I fully believe that. I fully believe that EA intentionally sent that game out there to die. Because there is no way, and especially when you think of Anthem and Battlefield 1, like they delayed Anthem out of 2018. They delayed Battlefield 1 away from Call of Duty, away from Red Dead Redemption 2, and you know, between you guys and me, that game, I'm so happy that game is not performing well sales-wise. Thank God. Retribution for Titanfall 3. Search archives. What am I gonna do? Investigate the murder. Okay, so I gotta search the archives back at Baker Street. Titanfall 2. I love Titanfall 2. Oh my God. I think once it goes on sale again on EA Origin or whatever, I'll probably buy it just because I don't really have a problem with EA Origin. I have a problem with EA, but for $5 getting to play Titanfall 2 on the PC, come on, that's gonna be pretty fucking sweet.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No. But we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering
So
you?
how are you all today? I have
The
9
sailor's
people
knife.
watching.
Why?
That's
was it on the
crazy.
floor?
Peter
I normally,
Carey attempted
I
to
mean,
defend
normally,
himself?
a
It is
very
possible.
kind
But if
3
that
or
is the
4
case,
people
then
join the
it
stream and
alters
talk to
many
me
things.
and talk to my stupid
I
ass.
don't
But
quite follow.
9 people watching
Tell
me
me,
play
my
this.
friend,
Wow.
What is the
10
animal
people now.
closest
Oh
to
my
man,
God. Or maybe it's 9
morphologically
just because I'm
speaking?
watching it on my tablet to look
I
at
see what you're getting at,
the,
Holmes. You asked me that once before.
the
on
chat.
the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more
How are
pigs'
you all today?
throats?
I'm doing pretty well today.
No.
Goodness for that.
I woke up
I wish to
feeling pretty
impale one
good,
with a harpoon.
and I went out and I did some
Wonderful.
chores. I got my
Watson,
oil changed
let
in my
us pay a
car,
visit to our
and
butcher friend in
I
Whitechapel.
did some errands,
We require the
and
carcass of a
I won
well-fed
some money from a scratcher, so that
harpoon?
made me feel happy.
One of the harpoons
That
on
was
the
cool.
wall of
I've always
Black
been
Peter's
lucky when
cabin
it comes to
should be
scratchers.
nicely.
So I like lotto scratchers more than I actually like playing the lotto itself. But for some reason, I got the
My analysis table.
I need to do
It
the
is
archives,
useful
not
for
the
my
table.
work.
So I did the Super Lotto Plus, I think. So we'll see if that Dawson and Nelligan. Here we go.
Here it is. Now
So we'll
I
see
begin
how
to
if I get any
understand
lucky
that young
with
man's
I'll
story.
see if I get lucky
But
with
I am
the
still
lottery.
unclear
But I doubt
as to
it.
what
But I still
connection
have a
with the
good
murder.
feeling. And I
It
don't
is
buy
time to uncover.
scratchers and I don't play the lottery all the time. Of like all the vices that I have, like food and more food and video gaming. Gambling has never really been one of my vices. Oh, let me read this before I keep talking. Dawson and Nelligan investment fund bankrupt. Nelligan missing. The Dawson and Nelligan investment fund, a regional banking institution based in Cornwall, has declared bankruptcy as a result of heavy losses in its loan portfolio and has accordingly been assigned for liquidation. It was the 23rd largest bank in Britain, and its 23rd largest, and its bankruptcy was the second largest on record. Ooh. The liquidation of company is a pure catastrophe. Liquidation of the company? Shouldn't it be the company? Liquidation of company is a pure catastrophe for many Cornwall families. You got a typo in there, guys. Joshua Nelligan, one of the bankers, has since mysteriously disappeared. He was last seen aboard his yacht, preparing for departure to Norway. Nelligan is wanted both by the police and his creditors. But yeah, gambling's never really been a big vice of mine. That's why I've never really had any interest in going to Las Vegas.
This is where I keep my post.
I know multiple friends of mine have been
My
wanting me to go
archive.
to Las Vegas.
I can
think I
always consult
probably
with
will
it
be going to
if needed.
Vegas in February, but I don't know when, and that's eating into my Kingdom Hearts 3 time. So I'm a little like about that, but because one of my army friends who's coming back,
Brave Toby.
he wants to go to Vegas, I can't say no to one of my army. Ugh! Forgot about that. I can't say no to my army friend, especially with him being over
My
in,
analysis table.
overseas.
It is useful
for
my
almost
work.
a year now. I can't say no. I'd feel like a total shitheel if I said no. Sorry, no. I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 3, even though he knows how much Kingdom Hearts 3 means to me.
I need to take.
So we'll go. Oh, I need to take a harpoon with me. So do I get the harpoon from Woodman's Lee? I guess. Oh, I need to take a harpoon with me. But yeah, maybe that's why I'm so against microtransactions, because or any form of gambling, just as I just see them as so exploitative. So anyway. So another question. People say I'm critical on Panic Button, the people who ported Doom, Wolfenstein, and Rocket League to the Switch. My main problem is that the games don't run like they should. So the question is am I really overly picky for wanting better functioning games and not settling for meh? Also, I'm doing alright. It's nice to see you streaming. Thank you. Thank you, Epic Steve. I don't think you're picky. I mean, I'd be a hypocrite if I were to call you picky, because I've been picky about things that are way less important than frame rate and functionality on the Switch. Take a harpoon! And let me go to the butcher. So, pretty heavy gold ring with the inscription from R. Dawson to my friend. Oh, maybe I need to go back to Scotland Yard. Let me go back to Scotland Yard and question that boy. So the question, you're not overly picky, but I in the case of the id games being on the Switch, I know people have said that it loses nothing not being at 60 frames. I disagree with that, because I think it loses that tactile speed that that they're known for, that like the whatever they're called, machine games people are known for with Wolfenstein, and especially Doom.
Mr. Holmes?
Doom in particular, I think, loses a lot when it's not at 60 frames. So I don't think you're being overly picky. Not at all. Dawson and Nelligan, governor!
Dawson and
Even though they don't talk like
the West
that.
Country
And I apologize if any
Yes.
if any
Joshua
British
Nelligan
people
was
are
my
listening.
father.
I did a terrible
I
British
am
accent.
aware that it had
A
a bad
Cockney
ending.
British accent.
When the
if that
bank
even is a
failed,
Cockney
it
British.
ruined half the families of Cornwall. Whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
Do it. Oh,
My
Vegas?
father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had
maybe.
retired. I was only 10
Don't
years
cut
of
into my
age at the
gaming
time,
time, and I
but
might
it was
be
still old
obliged.
enough
Then
to
again,
feel
I don't know if
ashamed
I'll
that
be able
befell
to.
our family.
You are not.
My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest
Oh,
in
Mario,
Norway
one of your
in his small yacht.
one of your
just a
messages
few
being
days
held for
before an arrest
review.
warrant
Should I
was
hide
issued.
it or should I
He
show
left
it?
my mother a list of the securities he was taking.
Oh
No
no!
word was
Mario
ever heard
said
from him again.
motherfucker
We
and
believed that
bleeped
his
out
vessel
the U
went
and
down,
fucker.
taking
Oh
with it
no! I'm
everyone
so
and
offended.
everything on board.
DK
Thank you for
Dragonfang
the story,
asks,
Mr. Nelligan. At last,
might be my
we are
package at the
making
door.
some progress.
You are not overtly picky. You
Interesting.
should expect good functioning
Joshua
games. You are
Nelligan
paying
and
for
Peter
them. You
Carey
shouldn't
were
have to
both
settle
at
for meh.
sea in
Yes,
Norway.
exactly.
There
That's
is
exactly
definitely
why I
some
don't
connection
think
between
you
Peter Carey
are being picky.
and Joshua
Epic Steve.
Nelligan's disappearance.
David says, I'm not much of a gambler either. Yeah, me neither. I mean, I understand the appeal of it because there is a base psychological thrill of winning a game of chance, but, and again, that's why I think microtransactions, no matter cosmetic or not, are, for lack of a better word, exploitative and predatory. DeadWade 213 asks, or not asks, Fallout 76 was a disaster. Oh yeah, you missed my. If you weren't here previously, I went on like a tirade against Bethesda. So much so that my voice kind of hurts right now. And I might pause this. I'll pause it in a sec to go grab some water.
Well,
but
here we are in the preparation room.
now we
say
have to
that
do
I
a
like
mini
the
game where
smell
we
of it
have to
much.
throw a
What do you
harpoon
intend to do?
at a piece of meat.
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a
Excuse me.
heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this
Time to
exercise.
throw this harpoon.
Yes.
I think that was more Australian
Holmes,
than
you should aim
British.
for the mark.
Alright,
in
so
order
I have
perform
to
the most-
aim. So I have to aim here, hold my breath, and oh god.
The harpoon
The
has
harpoon has
body.
struck the body
with
but with
insufficient-
insufficient strength. Fine. I have to get that little bit in the middle. There we go. I think this is like my 4th time playing through
This
this
is the
game.
best possible result that I
I
could
think this
get.
is my 4th time.
Do you see,
I
Watson?
really like this
Throwing
game.
a harpoon
I really do.
and pinning a man to a wall requires
it's so
either
good.
exceptional strength and
And I got it
training
for
or
cheap when it came out. Well, not for
diabolical
cheap,
luck.
but I got it the
If
day
it
it
was
came
luck,
out.
then it was a chance in
Because when I used to
1,000
work at
then.
GameStop,
Well,
there was this
yes.
coupon book.
Let us leave now.
And it was so weird. It was like a little scratcher
Before we
from
go, I
the
suppose
publisher
I'll have to
behind
pay
this.
for all these carcasses
And they were
you've
like, "Oh, if
happily
you get this
mangled."
question right by scratching
Very well,
in
but
the
please
right
hurry.
answer, you
Of
can get
course.
$10 off the game." And I was like, "I can? Like just for getting this stupid answer right?" And it was like a basic riddle. So I think just from that, like just them handing out these $10 discounts willy-nilly, like they had no confidence in this game, which is really sad because it is. I fully believe that this is a really good game, a really damn fun game. Lucky throw, feat of strength. And here's the thing. Here's where they start to divide. You can do lucky throw or feat of strength. Just for the sake of this stream, I already know the answer. It's feat of strength. So it's one guy doing this. Uh-oh. Plug in my phone. Alright, I'll be right back. Just give me 1 sec. Just gonna go grab some water. 1 second, everyone. Alright, I'm back. Alright, let's keep playing through this game. Alright, what am I gonna do next? John Nelligan seems to use so much thief. I think I have to do something. What do I do next? I think I might have to do the... Oh, not that one. The deductions. What button is that? Completely forgot what button that is. Anyway, let's go back to Baker Street. Hopefully 2019 will be a better year for gaming. There's a lot of stuff in 2019 I'm looking forward to, even more than 2018. Just looking at my wish list on Steam, I was just like, holy shit, there's a lot of stuff that I want. I mean, the big ones are obvious, you know, like Kingdom Hearts 3, obviously. Doom Eternal's a big one, even though I hope Bethesda doesn't fuck that up. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, speaking of that. Even though it is published by EA, and even though I'm really nervous about how that's gonna go down, I'm still really looking forward to it, just because I love Respawn. I forgot what button it is. You do fucking... Damn it! How to play. I can't believe I need to do this. Launch Sherlock talent, launch imagination. There we go. F. Sorry. Duh. Wait, no, that's not it. Damn it! I forgot how to play. Help. There we go. B. Duh. Yeah, feat of strength. Clues. Let's look through the clues, see if we can connect him. Peter, a non-smoker, missing tin box, no garden. Okay. Break-in attempts, no. No? What do I do? Okay, now I'm stuck. I've played this game 4 times and I'm stuck. What do? I don't remember where I go from here.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
Doggy. Hello, Toby.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Where do I go from here? I think it might be... Where do I go? Sharp, hover. Forget where I go from here. Oh, wait, no. That's just the task. Go back and question the boy. Let's see if that works. Days Gone. I mean, that's like one of the lesser PS4 exclusives coming out, but that does look kind of promising. That could be good. Maybe. Animal Crossing for the Switch, I'm really looking forward to, just because I'm a big fan of Animal Crossing, even though I haven't played it in a very long time. Resident Evil 2, it's unfortunate that that's coming out around the same time as Kingdom Hearts 3, because, yeah, that's,
What am I doing here?
okay,
I've done nothing
no, I
wrong.
don't talk to him. Where the fuck do I go, then? Do I go back to Woodman's Lee, I guess? I might have missed a clue over there. Oh, the Yoshi's Crafted World. That's another one. I'm very excited for that. Same with the Project Judge, which is that game from the Yakuza people, where it's Ace Attorney meets Yakuza, which looks fucking awesome. I'm so excited for that. Whenever that comes out here in the West. Let's see. Am I missing anything? Oh, they took away the body. Do I need to investigate the body or something, or what? What do I need to do? What are my objectives? Ship log for the 1883. Oh, the ship's log for... The ship's log. So where's the ship's log?
1883.
Oh, there we go.
That's the one I need.
Dee-dee-dee.
This is the crew
Luigi's
list
Mansion
of the
3,
Sea
of course.
Unicorn.
Pretty excited for that.
Log notes for July. Nothing special.
And Concrete Genie, that looks good too. That's another
Log notes
PlayStation
for
exclusive.
August. These pages have been torn away. Canadian Pacific Railway.
Sekiro. Oh yeah, Sekiro.
A torn
That's another
piece
one.
from a bond
That
certificate.
medieval
I have
remake
seen
they're
this
doing looks
abbreviation
good.
somewhere very recently.
Dreams,
There are
maybe.
3 ways of
Twin
discovering
Mirror, which
what
is that new
happened
game
in
from the
August
Life
of
is Strange
1883
people.
Aboard the Sea
Man of
Unicorn.
Medan,
The first
that
2 of
new
these
supermassive
would
game
require
that looks
speaking
like
with a
Until
dead
Dawn
man.
2.0.
The last
Looks good.
would be to locate
Devil
vital
May Cry
witnesses,
5.
the
You know,
sailors involved
as
in this
pissed off
whale
as I am
hunt
about
campaign.
the microtransactions in that, I'll most likely get it used. So here, I want to bring up this point too. Is that Wiggins? Let's go back and talk. That's his name, Wiggins. I was trying to remember what the name of the kid is. Find a use. Task for Wiggins. Let's go talk to Wiggins. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone going back to Baker Street. As pissed off as I am about Devil May Cry 5, I more than likely will play it eventually. But whether it's day 1, whether it's a week, whether it's a month and then, I don't know. But I'll play it eventually. But some people have asked me, like, what is a way to, you know, because I don't want to support these companies,
Something new,
but I want
Watson.
to play the game.
I have the list of
The answer
sailors
is quite
who are
simple.
aboard the Sea
Get it
Unicorn.
used.
We shall soon learn.
Not only
what
are you
happened to
getting to
Nelligan's
play the
father.
game at a cheaper
I have
price,
only to find them.
you are
Let us hope they're
denying
still
giving
working
your
at the
money
harbour.
to
I think that
the
if you
company.
pretend you're from
So say,
Scotland
for
Yard-
example, Devil May Cry 5.
I doubt it, Watson.
If you're
And
so against the
really, I would prefer
microtransactions
that all of
but
this
still want to
remains
play the
quiet
game,
for now.
just go to
But I
GameStop
have
and get it
another
used.
solution.
That way
I'll
you're
call
giving
in
your
the
money to
specialist.
GameStop,
And
who
who might
did not
be?
make the game, had
The
no part in
secret
making the
police
game.
division of Baker
You support their
Ah, you mean
business.
young Wiggins,
Capcom
that is
doesn't get a single penny
Yes.
of what you
Believe
bought
me,
for
you'll
Devil May Cry
receive more
5,
useful assistance
and
from
as long as
these
you don't
little
buy the
urchins than
microtransactions,
from a dozen
and
yard
you
detectives.
play the game.
Those children
don't
are
like it, you
everywhere.
can return
They
it.
see and hear
Seriously,
everything,
it's like
and they are
renting it.
cunning. All they lack is
And you
organization.
get your full money back. I
I'll
swear to
tell you.
God, it's still
How
how it
do you do
is.
that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Let's go talk to Wiggins. Come here, Wiggins. Little bugger. I'm trying to think of any other games that are coming out
Wiggins,
next year that I might
please.
get.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to
I
track
had a tough
down
time
certain people
thinking
for
of
me.
it. Oh
I'll
God!
give you a list.
Did y'all see
You
that?
can
His
read,
face.
can't you?
It's all pixelated.
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the
That
coachman
was
of a
freaky.
famous lawyer.
Fascinating.
I know.
Here
I
is
know.
the list
Sherlock
of
Holmes was a
sailors.
heroin user, but
Sailors?
I didn't think.
Easy. Just got to look
I
where the
didn't
rum
think
and the
he
red
was a
lights are.
fucking LCD user or LD. What is it
Sorry
called?
to trouble you, Mr. Holmes,
God
but
damn
the
it.
inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
LSD. LCD.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
I'm never buying Devil May Cry 5. I can't blame you, honestly. Lestrade might have some new facts for me. So I need to go to Scotland Yard. And that's fine. I have no problem with people not buying Devil May Cry 5. I'll probably play it eventually. Either like I'll rent it or I'll get it from GameStop or whatever. I do want to play it just because I am excited to see the gameplay and the story, but yeesh, these microtransactions. Ugh. Blech.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Leap.
How many of you guys are
noticed a
excited
suspicious
for
individual prowling
Project
around
Judge,
during
by the way?
night.
Like, if you don't know what it is, it's a spin-off of the Yakuza
He
series
refuses
made
to speak
by
with
the
us,
team
but we'll make
that
him
makes
talk.
the Yakuza games. It's basically
Let
Ace
us
Attorney
hope so.
meets Yakuza,
Oh yes, and one more thing.
and you're this former
that at the time
disgraced
of his
attorney
arrest,
who
the fellow was
becomes
writing a letter.
a private detective.
Do you
It's,
have it?
it looks
Of
so
course.
good,
It's in the evidence.
and I love detective
At your
games. I mean, that's why I'm
disposal.
playing.
Admit that for
fucking
once,
Sherlock
Mr.
Holmes,
Holmes,
but
Scotland Yard is a step ahead.
this one in particular just looks
Breathtaking.
really, really fun. I'm seriously excited for Kingdom Hearts 3 and Tales of Vesperia right now. I'll wait and see what other announcements are down the next year. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3, like, look, regardless of whether it turns out to be good or bad or whatever, it was fun. Waiting for it the 5 years, it's been quite a
Please
journey.
escort this
Waiting
suspect
for it. Just
for
the waiting has been a
interrogation.
journey.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name
But
is
I don't
Sherlock
think it will
Holmes.
be bad.
I would
I
like
mean,
to ask
it
you
might
a few questions.
it might fall below
already
my
told the police
expectations,
they have nothing to say.
would not be
And
unreasonable
you're
because my
not even
expectations
part
for
of
it
the
are
police.
extraordinarily
Precisely.
high, and I don't
considering
think they're
your
going to reach
situation,
my
it might be
extraordinarily
wise to
high
speak with someone
expectations.
who
But
is, shall we say,
I
rather more
am still,
neutral.
regardless
You
of
are a
whether it's
suspect
good
in a
or
murder
just
case.
okay, I am
I
still
know.
excited.
Inspector
I'm really
Lestrade
excited to
told
play
me.
it.
It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we'll see about that. Time to scan him. I love this mechanic. I wish more detective games did this, but I guess Sherlock Holmes is the most famous example of this. Oh, there we go. Oh. Hey Nero, how's it going? Sorry I'm late.
That's
oh
all
no,
for now.
you're good. I answered your. I think you were the one that asked about Yakuza 0, which I. What do I do now? Find a use CPR. It was found inside the sea unicorns 1965. Okay, so go back to Baker Street. Regarding your question of the characters of Yakuza 0, I greatly enjoyed Yakuza 0. I thought it was really good. Really liked Q, really liked Majima. Majima, I actually prefer Majima as the straight man compared to how he is in Yakuza Kiwami, which I've beaten by now. I've beaten both Yakuza 0 and Kiwami, and I'm really excited to get into Yakuza
My
Kiwami
archive.
2.
I can always consult with it if needed.
Let's see. What do I
My
need?
archive. I can always consult. This is where I.
Research.
My arch.
What do I do with this? Find a use. Investigate John Nelligan. Interrogate new suspect at Scotland. I thought I already did. The fuck? Wait, I thought I did. Examine. Oh, duh! I forgot the belongings. I'm an idiot. I'll watch the gameplay of it to see if it's for me. I'm Yakuza, but it basically is Yakuza, but it's got detective elements to it, which is, and I think it's got the same wacky side missions and the same side activities. It's still the same thing, but it's just more detective work, which is
These are the suspects.
fucking cool in my opinion.
Liam Hurtley's
Just
old
take his boots.
They're a size
What do you think
9
of
and a half.
Yakuza Kiwami's villains? I thought they were fine. I thought the
Veins are
villains
fresh.
in Yakuza
They
0
can be
were a
removed
lot
with the proper
better.
chemicals.
Like I really liked that central trio of Yakuza bosses. And I was sad when none of them made an appearance in Yakuza Kiwami. At least in my playthrough, they didn't make an appearance.
Pen. Nothing unusual about it.
Well, one of them wouldn't appear. Ugh.
I'm not saying
Mr. Holmes?
I'm not saying another word.
Well, fuckface, why don't you?
What am I doing here? I've done nothing.
I've already done this shit. Find a use. Perform an analysis. Okay. Well, alright, I guess we'll go back to Woodman's Lee then. It has been a little bit. It's only been like a couple months since I last played this. Why am I blanking on so much stuff? My favorite thing about Yakuza Kiwami was the father-daughter relationship between Kiryu and Hakuto. Yeah, that was very sweet. Kuze was my favorite of the Dojima captains. Yeah, he was cool. The Yakuza Kiwami was just really, it was really short. And I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing. I was just shocked by it, how short it was.
These boots match the footprints.
Aha! We have our gardener. That lady is lying to me. She a liar. I'm gonna go question her. Tell her what's what. Don't fucking lie to me. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm actually really happy that that Amazon exclusive DLC was not a fucking story mission or cut content or God forbid like microtransaction for some
Does the name
unneeded
Liam
multiplayer
Hurtley
mode
mean
or something.
anything to you?
People were making a
by that
big
name.
stink about it, but
Thank you, madam.
thank you, madam. I don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly. It's, you know, it's, I mean, I get why people are upset, but it is just,
Who could do such a thing?
it's petty. Like that's the thing that's like, oh boo-hoo, you're not getting a Keyblade skin. That's from this Japan 7-Eleven. I'm sorry, like compared to a lot of things that are going on now as far as DLC shenanigans, this is honestly like one of the least egregious things. Like it's still bad. I still don't like it, but compared to what it could have been and how much worse it could have been, it's still it's bad, but I just the impact is just like, okay. Like it's just a key, it's a skin for the Kingdom Key. That's all it is. Though I do
Please
think
escort
Amazon
this
royally
suspect
fucked up,
for
and
interrogation.
Square Enix and Amazon royally fucked up in how that was handled. Like
Tell me,
that stream was
Mr.
handled, which was
Hartley,
just
what were you
boring
doing
and
at
cringy.
Woodman's
'Cause
Lee?
between you and
Woodman's Lee?
you know, in my opinion,
I've
I've
never been there.
never been not a big fan of Kind of Funny. So seeing
The
that, I
second
was just
pair
like,
of
ugh,
boots that
like,
you had with
okay.
you when you were arrested
But-
perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin
Yeah.
where Peter
I just think
Carey
they could have
was
handled that a lot
murdered.
better. And I think Square
Footprints?
Enix,
That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine?
that doesn't make
doesn't
me a
make
murderer.
me a murderer.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
There we go.
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not. How did you...
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth.
It's purely
Small
cosmetic.
fragments
What do you think
plants
of
snagged to your
Nishiki?
trousers indicate
Yeah.
that you were mowing very recently.
He's
But the most
he's
obvious
cool in
clue
Yakuza
presented
0.
itself
I wasn't
in
aware
the
of his
bird
villainous turn in
embroidered on your
Kiwami,
handkerchief.
so I
A
liked him in
crusty
Yakuza
tip, if
0.
I'm not
But
mistaken.
All right,
I
all
thought
right, you got me.
the way he
Yes,
becomes a
I
villain
am a
is kind
gardener,
of...
and I went there to get my
It's
tools.
fine. It's just not very convincing that he's like this cold,
That's
evil
all for
person
now.
all of a sudden. I don't know. I just wasn't convinced by it. Let's see. Find a use.
What am I doing here?
It's probably from, I probably need to use this with Wiggins. So we'll go back to Baker Street and we'll do an analysis. But yeah, I liked the bit where Nishiki stabs that one guy, who's like taunting him, one of his underlings who's like a piece of shit, and he stabs him. I thought that was cool. But I thought Nishiki was fine. I don't know, his arc just kind of was really plain in Yakuza 0, especially when he's like, I must redeem myself at the end. I thought that was kind of silly. What is the worst case of microtransactions you've ever seen?
Capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from
maybe
the flask
Battlefront 2?
should be
I
combined
know that's a
in
pretty
certain
easy answer,
to
but
perform a chain reaction.
besides Battlefront 2, what is the
First
worst
condition,
case of
all 7
microtransactions that I've ever
reagents should
seen?
be used. Second condition,
God.
orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue
are we talking
reagent.
any case, or are we talking in games that
Colourless
are
reagent
free
should
to
be
play,
added after the
or
orange
not free to
reagent.
play, or just I'm skipping this. I hate this shit. So I did as you asked, hit them well, but I beg you to reconsider. Blah, 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 blah. Dialogue. Letter C is from Hutley. A portion of the text was successfully recovered after chemical processing. Okay. Right. What's Wiggins got? Where's that boy at? Oh, I guess I need to go to Scotland Yard then. Find a use. It belonged to the ship captain's log for the pages. A piece of stock exchange certificate belonged to the Canadian. It was found inside the ship. What do I use for that? I don't remember what I used for that, but I'm gonna go to Scotland Yard and talk to him again. If we're talking free to play, the worst I've ever seen was probably EA. They're both from EA actually. The worst one I've ever seen was Dungeon Keeper Mobile, which I thought was so... That one is particularly egregious because Dungeon Keeper is a beloved property that hadn't been around for a while. So EA brought it back as this horrible money-sucking free-to-play game that's like... You have to spend an absurd amount of money to do very little in that game. It was disgusting. As far as paid games though, the Battlefront 2. That was
for interrogation.
The blowback that they got from everyone, I thought was well deserved. I thought people were nice compared to what they should have been, and it was.
What are you talking about?
If EA had any fucking shame, they would just go out of business. They would just they would sell their assets. They would bow their heads in shame and just fuck off forever. Sell their assets to people who wouldn't fuck their games over.
But the ink.
Like,
that's impossible.
Like CD Projekt Red. dkdragonfang, Red. Are CD Projekt Red the game developer we need or deserve?
But it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my
neither.
tools.
They are the type of developer that we should have.
I
don't know if we deserve them. I don't even necessarily think we need them, because need implies that you can't live without them. If CD Projekt Red were to go away,
but now I know one thing for
as
certain.
shitty as that would be, you can live without them. But
the garden tools are
it's the kind of publisher that we should have. Publisher that, according to Hutley's letter and by his own words, he hid something in a spot where the garden tools are kept. So I should definitely conduct a search. According to Hutley. Okay, so go back and question her. Question the woman. But they're definitely the developers or publishers we should be getting. People that genuinely care. And I think the developers under EA and Ubisoft and Activision, I think they genuinely care, but the problem is their passion is being filtered through this strain of bullshit from the publishers. That's the big problem. It's like the publishers were to go away, but the money would stay with the developers. I think microtransactions, I think they'd still be around in some games, but I think most of them would just cease to be. And we could have an economy that would reward games for not doing that, instead of rewarding games with billions upon billions.
We have
upon billions upon
information
billions
that
of
the
dollars for
valuable
games that
stolen
have them,
papers are hidden
FIFA
amongst the
and
garden
Call of Duty and
tools
what have you.
here at Woodman's Lee. We need to
I
find
miss Dungeon
Oh
Keeper.
my.
That was one of my favorite childhood
Our
games.
tools
I've
are kept
never
inside the
played a
shed that's
Dungeon
right
Keeper.
behind
I've
you.
heard lots of good things
It is
about
the
it.
key to
What do you think of Kiro and the ending of Kiwami?
Thank
I
you,
mean,
madam.
it's, you know, he's,
Who could do such a thing? My
you know,
poor
it's
husband.
Kiru. It's, I don't know. I don't really have that big of an opinion on
Let's see
that.
what could be hidden here.
Where could this be hidden? Let's see. There we go. Let's see what's under here. There's a lock. And I need to break the
Let
lock.
us see what is in this box.
David Timmer, I was a PC gamer till I got my PS2 from my dad. See, I came into this backwards. I actually got a PlayStation 2 from that. Like, it's funny you say that. My first ever gaming console was a PlayStation 2, and it was from my dad. And now I'm not exactly. I wouldn't even call myself a PC gamer, but I did skip. Don't like these. So I came into this, you know, from the PlayStation 2, from console gaming to PC, and I have to admit, PC gaming
A bundle
is
of
a lot
letters in a
better.
woman's hand with the Carey family
It's a lot
monogram.
easier to stream
Hertley
PC
and
games. It's a
Mrs.
lot
Carey
more
were in a
fun to
relationship.
record them.
That is interesting.
Liam, my dear, you have been so good to me all the time that I've known you. I cannot describe these feelings, but I suppose they are sinful and no good can come from them. I fear what might happen. I fear going against God. I thank you for your care, but I cannot leave the man with whom I have been bound by God. It is his divine will, and thus my husband is the cross that I must bear. He makes my life a living hell, but bruises fade, and you must not worry for me. Uh-oh, they had an affair. Uh-oh, time to go yell at him about it at Skyline Yard. dkdragonfang, I'm still a console gamer, but now I have discovered modding, and I'm getting a better PC. Modding is a godsend. It really is. My favorite gaming console was Sega Genesis, I think. Mine is still the PlayStation 2. Most of my fondest gaming memories are from my days of the PlayStation 2. And again, that's a really easy answer to have with PlayStation 2 being my favorite console of all time, but it's true. I would trade in the fancy graphics and go back to the days like
another word.
that.
What am I doing?
Oh, I have to go ask her about it. Oops. Looks like an affair was afoot. Yes. Nero, trust when I say Kiwami 2 fixed all the problems with Kiwami 1, and it's that Yakuza 3 and 4 are getting remastered next year, not remake. Oh, they're not getting remade? Oh. Alright. I wish they would just full-blown remake them, but oh well. I'll enjoy Kiwami 2 while I can, while the remakes are still going on. Woman, you had an affair.
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hertley.
What are you talking about?
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Well, I can't talk to her anymore.
Thank you, madam. I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors. Let's see. Harmless flirting. It has been confirmed that Liam was flirting and fell in love, but it didn't go on beyond. It didn't go beyond the affectionate but harmless letters and words. Okay. What else have I got? Unexplained presence. Hurtley's innocence. Hurtley's presence on the night of the murder is explained by his affection and the fact that he worked there as the gardener. Yeah, I believe him. Judith carries. There we go. Harmless flirting, desperate jealousy. No, it's harmless flirting. It's not. Hurtley's motive. Hurtley's innocence. I believe he was innocent. I seem to remember my brother pulling the Sega Genesis off the dresser and breaking it. I wasn't happy about it. Uh-oh. I'll definitely buy Kiwami 2 as a Christmas present for myself. I have it on my Amazon wish list, so if it goes on sale again, I will definitely pick it up. If I have time. I think we should go back to Baker Street. Our next console was a Nintendo. I played Duck Hunt. Nice. I like Duck Hunt. I liked the gun. I played it on one of those like plug and play consoles when I first tried it out that you get at Walmart or whatever. And I like that it's like I liked actually having a gun to shoot at.
Mr. Holmes, we found the sailors from that list you gave us.
Well done, Wiggins. Let me see.
Patrick
This
Cairns.
man is a harpooner.
Is a
and his
harpooner.
initials are
And the initials are
PC.
PC.
The
Same
same
initials that were found on the tobacco
pouch.
We have our man. We need to go investigate
Wiggins,
him.
could you gather some information on one of the sailors that you found? His name is Patrick Cairns.
We found Patrick Cairns.
Good job, Wiggins. Where is he?
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's always at the Sea Witch pub, where he does arm wrestles for money and drinks.
Don't worry, Yakuza
Excellent.
3 and
Here
Yakuza
is
4
your
are great
reward.
stories, just a little
2
outdated in the
guineas.
gameplay. But
Thank you, sir.
with the side stories all still great, and Yakuza 4, the first Yakuza game, had more playable characters. Oh, nice. Let's talk to Peter Cairns. We need to go talk to him.
If
Or
I wish to speak to Cairns,
Cairns.
without
I'd better dress
alarm,
like
I
a
had better dress
sailor.
as a sailor.
When did you really get hardcore into gaming? For me, it was when my cousin put the first disc of Final Fantasy VII in my hand and told me, you have to play this. I stayed up until 2 in the morning. Majima is my favorite Yakuza character. He's mine too. He's really good. Really hardcore into gaming. Like, I always enjoyed it when I was, you know, a kid. But I didn't really get hardcore into gaming until probably 2010. That was when I got a PS3. And let's give him a full beard. No, where's the full beard? I want a nice full beard. I don't do that. Well, I guess that's all I have to do with that. put on glasses while we're at it. Excellent.
Now I can
Look
approach
like a
Ken
sailor.
and see if he recognizes the pouch.
I first got into it, yeah, around 2010, because there was a long time where, you know, during the first 4 years of the PS3, where I stopped playing a lot of the recent games, because I couldn't afford a PS3, and no one was gonna buy it for me, especially with it being fucking $500, $600 back then. No one was gonna buy it for me. So I was stuck with the PS2 for a long time. And that was during the era where they were kind of phasing out the PS2. So I didn't really play a lot of games, but it wasn't until God of War 3 was coming out. And I remember how much I enjoyed God of War 2. So I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to save up the PS3.
Hello there. Are you cared?
I'm going to get it, and I'm going to play God of War 3.
Well, you've heard all about the
And I was
gambling and
around
arm wrestling.
16,
You
17,
seem like the likely sort, and I'm up
16
for
when
it.
it came out.
I start at 10
You can even
shillings.
ask how old I am.
Suits me.
16 when it came out. And oh god, not this. No. I hate this mini game. So that was kind of when I got back into it. 'Cause then I bought GTA 4 with the PS3, because I got the PS3 about a month before
I'm ready to try again.
God of War 3 came out.
Fine.
So I
You want
got
me to take all
Grand
your
Theft Auto
money?
4. I
No
played the
problem
hell
with
out of
that.
that, and I still, as outdated as some of the shit is in that game, I played the hell out of it to this day, and it remains like one of my favorite Rockstar games. And from then I just got back into gaming. It was just from then I bought things like BioShock Infinite and
I'd like
Red
to
Dead
buy you a
Redemption
drink.
and
Winner as well.
Elder Scrolls and
good.
Batman Arkham
Let's
City.
have a
Like, some of
drink.
my all-time favorite games came from the PS3 era. So, and then of course I was really pissed off that none of the
Seems
Kingdom
you
Hearts
managed to
games were
settle
coming
down in
out
life.
on the PS3
You've got money, eh?
because
Not
I
all
still
that
had
much.
a PS2 back then.
Well. At
I'm
least
still,
you're not
and I
as poor as
must have
me.
replayed Kingdom Hearts 2 like a bunch of fucking times on that PS2.
Why
Oh,
do you
shit,
say
I forgot
poor?
to-
You're not working?
I'm a harpooner.
Forgot to scan him.
You see, the whalers are rare. They don't pay much. So, as a result, find myself arm wrestling to pay for my drink.
Pour myself the rest of the water. Kingdom Hearts 2 was my first RPG. My first RPG was probably... Oh god. Man. I definitely know it wasn't Kingdom Hearts. It might have been Final Fantasy... Might have been Final Fantasy 7. It might have been. It might have been Final Fantasy 7 or... Because after that is when I actually got the PS1 after the PS2, because back then I didn't know that you could play PS2 games on the PS1 or PS1 games on the PS2. So like an idiot, we went out and got a PS1. But yeah, it might have been Final Fantasy 7. As cliched as that is, yeah, it might have been Final Fantasy 7.
A harpooner.
I
Interesting.
remember that
You've
I
had a
started
lot of
playing Final
adventures,
Fantasy
I
7
bet.
that afternoon, could not put down the controller.
course.
That's how I was with
It's been a
some,
dozen
you know,
years since
Radio
I've
Stories,
sailed.
Kingdom Hearts 2, the games
I've
that
seen
turned me
everything.
into the big
Old
gaming
Wallace,
nut that I am
damn
today.
Black Peter, Great Roger. We
Actually, I
sailed
guess
to
you
the
could say I
Cape
became a
of Good Hope.
hardcore in quotes, gamer when I played Radio
Black
Stories. 'Cause
Peter,
that was
you
the game
say?
that really opened
We've heard
my eyes
rumors
to
about
how
that one.
He was
investing
worse
games
than
could be, like on an
Liar,
emotional,
violent too.
story-driven
Swinging
level.
those
Like, I
festivals
love
around.
Radio Stories. Like Radio
Tyrants,
Stories ever came to
and not much
PC,
of a captain.
I would
At
stream
least
that game
not as good as
in a
Great
heartbeat.
Roger.
Like I love
I
that
see.
game so much, and
Yes.
I'm
was
so
told terrible
annoyed to this
tales
day
about
that
Black
neither Square
Pete.
Enix nor Tri-Ace are willing
You ain't
to
heard the worst.
either take another chance on that property or release
Tell
it
me,
like an HD
and let's have
port of
another
it.
drink.
So
It was
fucking
in
pissed off.
1883 that it happened. The August of that year. Peter Carey was captain of the Sea Unicorn.
I didn't even realize how much
No,
time
it
had
was a
passed.
spare
Yeah,
harpoon.
when you're
We were
playing a
coming
good
out of the ice
game
pack on our way
time
home,
just
one
melts
evening,
away
we saw
like
a little craft
butter.
that had been blown
It just
north.
disappears.
There's only one man on her, and he wasn't
You
a
can
sailor.
blink and it will be like
The crew
2
must
hours
have
will
thought
go
that
by.
she'd foundered,
It's crazy
and
how
they made for the Norwegian
involved
coast in the
these things
dinghy. I guess they all drowned. We took the man on board.
I got Kingdom Hearts 2 as a birthday present from my parents when I started middle school, 13th birthday. I got
was
it
he?
because I was tricked into pre-ordering it.
I don't
Well,
know. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was just a tin
listen to what this
box.
guy has to say.
That's strange enough.
I'm talking over
Aye.
their dialogue.
Even stranger was that on the second night, he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. And of course,
Oh God.
nobody could ask
was
Black
really
Peter about it.
But I got Kingdom Hearts 2 from, and that was actually my first real exposure to Kingdom Hearts.
You know
was
what
from
happened,
2, because
don't you?
I do.
I had
I saw
played.
the skipper tie his heels and push him over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted the Shetland lights.
Black Peter's a murderer.
Aye. Those that know him wouldn't be surprised to hear it. But all this must stay between us. All right?
Of course.
I played that. Oh man.
Back in a second. I'm off to the Kazi.
I'll be here with my drink.
Let's see. What do I got? Find a use. Just stand there and plan it. That looks so obvious. Why would?
Here
Whatever.
it is.
Well, anyway, long story short, I got into Kingdom Hearts 2 because I got tricked into pre-ordering it from a GameStop employee when I was 13 and, or no, 12. Was I 12 when that came out? I think I was 12. And I was 12, and it was my first real exposure to Kingdom Hearts because I like casually knew about it from friends, and I thought it looked tedious, especially the first one. But I absolutely
Have
loved.
you got any tobacco? We've run out of mine.
Absolutely loved Kingdom Hearts 2.
lost my
and
pouch.
that was like
I
the
don't know
beginning
where.
of my
Wait.
now love for
What's
Kingdom Hearts
this?
in general.
Oh, is this your tobacco pouch?
Well,
Thankfully, most of my friends are into the series.
Oh,
as
it
well,
is.
So. Well, not about most, but good portion of them are.
Well, I have to go now.
So I have
know a
people to
captain was planning an
nerd out
expedition
with
to
when new
Cape
trailers
Cod.
come out.
Captain Ahab's his name. He commanded the Pequod. He might need good harpooners.
Captain
I'll
Ahab.
tell him about you.
maybe, if you like, aye.
I'm done here. It's time to leave.
This motherfucker. He knows. He knows what's up. Mass Effect blew me away in terms of storytelling in a game. I got into Mass Effect from John Nelligan seems not to be a usual feat. What is his role in this? Well, find a use. A piece of stock certificate belonged. It was found inside the ship's log. August 1883. Yeah, that should be the archive at Baker Street. That's what that should be. Blew me away in terms of storytelling. So Mass Effect Andromeda, Mass Effect 2 was my first big in for the series. 2 was really good. 2 is great. 3 is great until the ending. 1 I think is unplayable if you're playing on anything except easy. Like I think 1 is terrible when it comes to gameplay, but everything else I think is great. But BioWare, this is why I don't like BioWare.
My archive.
My archive.
I can,
God damn it! I need to.
My archive.
What do I do with this? Find a use. What do I do with this? Let me see.
A map of London and the surrounding
Okay.
area. It could be...
What do I do with this?
You met Patrick Cairns, the harpooner. Do you believe he's the murderer?
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Canadian Pacific Railway was found. Pages had been torn out. So I'd have to find maybe something at Woodman's Lee that I missed. Yeah, I don't like BioWare. I like some of the games that they do. Like I like Mass Effect. And that's about it. Cause I love their writing. It's their gameplay that I can't fucking stand. I'd be able to get into KOTOR more if the gameplay wasn't so weird and wonky nowadays. And the storytelling in those games are great. It's just, God, I do not like the gameplay whatsoever. There must have been something that I missed. There has to have been something. There has to be. Don't tell me that I'm stuck. Hope I'm not stuck. Hope it didn't glitch out or anything. That'd be really shitty. Talking about, oh yeah, this game's great, and then it glitches out. Scotland Yard then? Maybe? But Dragon Age, I like Dragon Age and Awakening, Knights of the Old Republic games. I first got Mass Effect on a whim when I was on a Game Exchange one day. Game Exchange, one decision I'm glad I made. Yeah, Mass Effect 2 and 3 I think are great. One of the series that I could never get into is Dragon Age. I've tried multiple times to get into Dragon Age. I've played the first two games
the suspect's belongings.
multiple times, and I just here we go, finally. I just can't. I think all of them are flawed for different reasons. I think the first one has a great story but terrible gameplay. I think the second one has decent gameplay but a terrible story, and the third one is just boring. Or Dragon Quest Inquisition is just boring. I do not like that game at all.
Now we have the proof that
I don't like
Nelligan's
any of them
papers were indeed
for different
here.
reasons.
It seems that they have vanished, however.
And that's one of the franchises that, if there's one franchise out there that everyone loves that I don't, it's, out of all of them, one of the ones that I regret. Pouch Brazil Gear. Yeah. Guilt. Fuck them. Stolen. Yep. Cairns is a guilty. What's this? Nelligan. No. No. Shit. No. Uncheck that. Uncheck. Damn it. Recover that and lie. Looking for papers. I think it was just looking for papers. Nelligan's innocence. So all that leads to, yeah, I know that I always get a lot of shit whenever let's see, condemn Cairns, absolve Cairns. Nah, condemn them. Fuck them. Dragon Age Origins is awesome. Athena is my favorite. I loved Inquisition, but to each their own. Yeah, out of all the series, like that's always the one I get the most amount of shit for not liking. Like most of my friends really like Dragon Age, and I'm like even my buddy Jordan, who is not a fan of, like, who's like a hardcore Mass Effect fan, even he likes.
If you wouldn't mind,
even
Mr.
he
Holmes,
hates
could you
the
explain
original
it to
Dragon
me?
Quest, but
As I
sorry,
informed you
Dragon
on
Age,
our
but
way
he
here,
likes 2, and
Patrick
I think he really
Cairns
likes
is the
3.
murderer of
And I
Black
just
Peter.
go no. I
Why,
don't like
bring me
any of
here.
them. I've tried.
Wouldn't it be better
I
if
own
we were out
own
looking
Origins.
for
I own 2.
That
I
would be
own
futile, as he will be
Inquisition.
with us in
I
approximately 12
can't. I
seconds.
just cannot get into them at all.
Oh, well, if this is your idea of humour...
No, I just heard the front door. Prepare yourself.
Uh-oh.
Good day, gentlemen. A young lad gave me a note from Captain Ahab. Am I at the right address? Is he here?
Indeed, it is the correct address. But in place of your captain, may I present to you Inspector Lestrade of Scotland Yard?
That means...
It means, my friend, that you are arrested for the murder of Black Peter.
What? What? A trap? You think you can take me?
Yeah, I do.
Here now. We'll have none of that.
And I say that we will.
Damn. Fucked him up real good. Punch him. Bah. Yeah. Deliver the oh, I guess that was the final blow. By the way, you doing okay with the wildfires? I actually don't
Are you
live.
all right?
I
Are
live
you able to
about
stand?
an hour and a half away from the
my
wildfires.
jaw.
So I have not come
You
even
took me by
close
surprise,
to
Mr.
experiencing the impact
Otherwise, you would have seen what I'm capable
that they
of.
have on a lot of other people.
Yes, he was lucky.
Mainly, like what we're getting in my area is just the smell of
Yeah,
it.
but you got him.
That's really
It
what
was
we've been
remarkably
getting.
easy.
But
He lost his
thank you for
balance
asking
after he
that.
struck
That's
you.
very kind of you.
And you practice boxing, I know. You must have hit him hard. Our fellow is knocked out.
We should call for a police cab and then take you to the hospital.
Yes, well, no need for a hospital. I would prefer to keep this between us. You know.
Of course, Inspector. The case is closed.
Accept the decision. Condemn him. Fuck him. People solved the murder the same way. 80% people made the same moral choice. 38%. Well, yeah. He's a murderer. Oh. Fucking A. How long have I been on this stream for? I haven't even checked. Hour. Whoa! 2 hours? Seriously? Whoa. Whoa. Damn. It's been a long time. Almost 2 hours. So what do you guys think? Do you guys want me to move on to the next case, or do you want me to end it from there? Because if we're gonna move on to the next case, I'm just gonna take a quick break. Take a quick break, just kind of, you know, shift through the laundry and whatever. We'll take a 5-minute break. I'll grab some more water, and then we'll continue the stream. But if you guys want me to end it here, I'll end it here. But it's up to you guys. So I'll keep talking until I get an answer from some of you at least. So I can read some of this. How would Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star do in Game of Thrones world? He'd fuck everybody up. He'd kill them all. Speaking of Fist of the North Star, I still need to play that Fist of the North Star game from the Yakuza guys, because I played the demo of it, and it was pretty fun. I wasn't blown away by it, but it was fun. I'm having way too much damn fun modding Dragon Quest. I keep saying Dragon Quest. Dragon Age Origins right now. I have always played it on console, so not modding. Now I'm going nuts with all the things I can do. Nice. Just wanted to make sure. It's very kind of you, David. Life in prison without parole for Captain Cairns. Hell yes. Yeah, I think this actually, you rarely stream, so I want you to get everything we can get out of you. Yeah, you know what? Let me take a 5-minute break, and then I will go I'll just like set up some laundry stuff. So you guys, I will go stretch my legs for a little bit, and I will be back in 5 minutes. So thank you to everyone who's watching, of course. Thank you, of course, if you're gonna stick around after the. I don't know. That is useless. You're tired and want to end. No. I'm fine. I can keep going because I do enjoy playing this game. So yeah, just let me take a 5-minute break, and then I will be back in just a little bit. Alrighty, I'm back. So the reason that I wanted to, another reason I want to continue with the stream is that this coming mission, this next one coming up, is actually my favorite case in the whole game. I really, really like this next one. I love it. So it's called Riddle on the Rails. So I talked earlier about the atmosphere of this game, and I think this one fully encapsulates what I'm talking about when I say it has a beautiful atmosphere, because I love trains. If you want to know one thing about me that I don't think I've ever said on this channel publicly, I love trains. I was a big Thomas the Tank Engine fan when I was a very young kid, and even until my late elementary school years when I finally grew out of it. But I've always loved trains because of my love for Thomas the Tank Engine. Old school Thomas the Tank Engine. So anything that has to do with these old-fashioned British railways, I'm a sucker for that.
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes. As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks.
Rogue Galaxy was a good game.
Chopping wood.
I liked that game. I miss that series.
I mean, certainly it sounds delightful.
I think I have it on the
PS4. You haven't yet told me who your friend is. The one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We're about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the Crown itself. You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need? Help? Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I really like the voice acting,
but you did not
Sherlock
reply.
in this one.
And this is
I
not
love
about
the sarcastic,
it's about
dry humor that
people
the
similar
voice
to
actor
those
brings to
whom
the
you
role.
pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested.
Like when
Have
you
some
compare
of your
this to the
agents,
voice
your
actors in Devil's
spies,
Daughter, the
or
voice actors
worse,
in Devil's Daughter
undertake
sound
this
like they
job
could
of
not
yours.
give less of a fuck
You
about
are
a video game
defending
they're in.
your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That's the point. You think exactly as they
Who would be the
do.
first one that he'd
Who
kill? He'd
are
probably
they?
kill
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic
that's her name.
terrorists.
I don't watch Game of Thrones,
Sherlock,
so I don't know.
Do please think about it.
I don't know the names.
They are
very well.
planning
Just know
something
Tyrion,
diabolical.
Tywin,
Your country
Joffrey,
needs you.
You need me,
Jon
Mycroft,
Snow,
and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands
Cersei.
very much
I guess
further.
I do know some of
This
the
is
names,
Hudson.
just because
Tea
some of my
will not
friends
be
are big Game of
necessary.
Thrones fans, but
Dr.
I'm
Watson,
not.
the train conductor,
I've
Mr.
tried.
Parker,
I tried with the first
is aware
season,
that
I
you will
just
be
couldn't get
7
into
minutes
it.
late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on
too
your
cruel.
return.
Harpoon the... Oh, it's a souvenir. That's nice. Alright. Character portraits. You will meet this person in your current case. That's good. Alright, let's go to
Watson,
countryside.
I'll
Watson,
hold the cab
I'll hold a
for us.
cab for us.
We leave in 5 minutes for
leave
the station.
5 minutes. You leave in 5 minutes for the station.
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive suitcase. But, Holmes...
Just these kind of
the
train
headlight.
stations just
It's
make
faded
my heart
away.
I just
Something is
swoon
wrong.
over
I
this
can't
kind
hear
of
any
stuff.
sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow. Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation.
Let's begin the hunt for the ghost train. There will be lots of blood in that crossover. Yeah, there a fuckload of blood. More than there already
This
is.
suitcase contains my archives.
For
We
Game of
can
Thrones.
consult with it if needed. It is fortunate that we took it with us.
Let's go. She's and like, hold on, I'll be quiet so you can listen. Just that little music that's in the back, just the tapping of the piano. Just this piano music mixed with this, like just this environmental design, I think is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And barely anyone knows about this game, so I don't expect a lot of people to,
First of all, let us
praise it.
examine the area where the train
But
disappeared.
I think this game, from an atmospheric standpoint, is very special. Can I run? Oh yeah, there we go. I think it came from this way.
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
Railway sleepers. Nothing unusual. A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train. There are no tracks or footprints on the ground.
Even the sound of birds just brings this to life.
The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here. There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever.
Thank you for whoever
There
stuck
are
through
no
the
clues,
break.
but
That's
then
still here.
a negative
Appreciate
result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues, and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising. This investigation won't be simple. We shall require a map of the region.
All right, let's
Perhaps
run.
the station master could lend us one.
Can I run back to the station, please? Can I? There we go. I was pressing the wrong button. Tally-ho! Oh, someone British is eventually going to stumble upon this stream and be very offended by my British accent. Alright, what's this? Let's sneak into somebody's office and investigate.
A new telegram.
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson. Here is the train set. telegraph.
Let's talk to you. Weren't you here the night? I'm getting the Spider-Man game for Christmas.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague,
as a last
Dr.
thanks
Watson.
to Stanley, even
Yes,
if I like it or
remember
not.
you.
That's more than fair.
Station Master Everett.
I think that's a very nice way
right.
to honor him.
So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
Let's investigate this man. Oh.
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows. And they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private. And it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
I would be glad to have a detailed map of the local railway district.
But of course, please. Take the one that's pinned inside the waiting hall.
See you later, my good man.
Did you guys pick up any games for Black Friday? I picked up quite a few. I guess I can just divide them into the consoles and whatever, the gaming platform that I got them on. So for PS4, I got Last of Us Remastered. I think it was $5, which is a pretty good deal. So Last of Us Remastered, I got Injustice 2 Legendary Edition, and the Batman Arkham remakes for the Unreal Engine 4.
Bags.
Which, by the way, like, if you have a really great PC, don't get the Return to Arkham bundle. Just buy Arkham City on PC or buy Arkham Asylum on PC. It runs better. In my opinion, even with Unreal Engine 4, it looks better on the old graphics. The lighting, is particularly for Arkham Asylum, is just much better. And some of the character models are all weird. For Switch, I got this game called Gorogoro. If I had got that for Steam, I would have played that for you guys today, but I got it for Switch just because I thought it would be better to play it portably.
This part is probably from a
it's a really good game, really good puzzle game.
Bell.
That I'm not gonna spoil what
this place
the gimmick, what the idea of it is. Just play it. Gorogoro. G-O-R-O-G-O-A. It's really good. I was very surprised, and even if you're not good at puzzle games like me, if you're a complete idiot like I am when it comes to puzzle games, play it. It's really good, really interesting. And for Steam, I got Fallout New Vegas, which is good when you have mods on it. And
the entire train is disappeared.
I got Donut County, which is a cute game. I should probably play. I might want to pick that up, not pick it up, but play that for you guys in the future, because that is it's a charming game, and I hope more people buy it. So where is this fucking locate a map of the surrounding area, find out where the special wagon. Okay. So it's somewhere in his office. If this is his office. Whoa! Whoa! While running around. Blech. Waiting hall, warehouse. Okay. Where's train service? Oh, is this it? No, I know. This is the wait. That looked like a skull for a second there. Sir, let me into your office. Ticket office. Yeah, this is the one. Where the hell? Where is it? Pre-ordered Smash Ultimate. I don't know. I don't think I'm pre-ordering it. I know one of my buddies is getting it for me for Christmas as a Christmas gift, so I think that was very nice of him. Even though admittedly I put that idea in, not kinda, I did put that idea in his head, like, hey, I think I just flat out texted him one day, like, if you have any ideas for me for Christmas, just give me Smash Ultimate, because I want to play that with you. So that's more than likely I'll be getting Smash Ultimate. Is this the map that I need? I think this is the map that I need. Why won't it let me grab it? There's gotta be another one around here. Fuck.
The entire train has disappeared.
Alright.
It's a disaster.
Let's go investigate this area then.
There was a building here not so long
Got
ago.
Injustice.
But I don't understand,
Holmes.
Why would anyone destroy the shed in such a manner?
It was disassembled in great haste. It is most odd.
Yeah, Injustice 2 I like the gameplay. I don't like the loot boxes that are associated with it though. And I don't like that there is like this giant currency focus for the cool cosmetic skins. That I don't like that. So, but everything else about it I think is pretty cool.
Traces. Let's take a closer look.
Let's take a measurement.
The distance between the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches. The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials.
Yeah, I need that map to proceed. I gotta find it somehow. Alright, well, let's talk to the guy. Oops. Let's talk to the guy for the first.
It appears that there was a small warehouse near your station and that it was disassembled. Why is that?
It was burgled overnight about 2 weeks ago. The police have already started their investigation, but I doubt that they'll find anything.
What was inside the warehouse?
Nothing of value. A few 100 feet of standby rails and some spare railway parts. But it wouldn't be easy to steal all of that. Why would anyone want to?
See you later, my good man.
Okay. I guess I'll need to find that map then. I'm gonna be fucking lost without it. It's in his office. So it'd have to be... That's one of my other things. I wish the game, like, for an idiot like me, I wish it would highlight. Can't be in here. It's gotta be. Why of all things is this like the hardest thing to try to find? A map. Like I didn't even think of this when I first played it, and I somehow got it. So I don't know if the game's bugging out on me or if I'm just being dumb. I think I'm just being dumb. I'm just being dumb because I just fucking found it.
This map.
Take it. Yeah. Yeah, it was sad to see Stanley go. Yeah, that was legit sad. Evidence. Common map railway of the thing. Find out what the special wagon was carrying. Okay. So I'm at Evesham. Maybe I need to ask him again? Yeah.
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington's station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. But what kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting. You mentioned a problem at Bridlington Station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
See you later, my good.
I shall go to this station. The Evesham station master received a message informing of the train's delay due to some issues with passengers at Bridleton Station. Alright. We shall go to Bridleton then. In the Batman universe, biggest thing you do not do in front of Batman, never kill a Robin or a child in general. That makes Batman at his most angriest. I think killing in general would just piss off Batman. It doesn't even have to be a Robin or a child. Like you could shoot a mobster in front of Batman and he'd still get annoyed. He'd be like, "No! Killing bad. Killing not good." Why is this here? I need to turn off the. There. Did I turn that off? How do you turn off the auto run? I only want to do that when I'm holding down caps lock. There we go. No, that's still. That's so weird. There we go. Figured it out. There we go. Alright. Left luggage.
Railway post bags.
Now that we're done, now that I'm done figuring out how to turn off the damn auto run. There you go, Watson. Okay. Love the fog too. I never really noticed that until now. The fog is really cool. Very moody layer to it.
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
And who might you be, angry sir? I hate people like this. Like, I work at a job where I deal with a lot of angry people, so... ugh. I hate people like this. They piss me off. Okay. Why would rough skin be an important factor?
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Were you aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes. I heard that it disappeared. But I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, because their type don't need a ticket.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir.
Oh, this guy. I remember him.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We are not from the railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes, please excuse me, but I'm not in the mood for idle chit-chat at the moment.
Fine, fuck you too. Just look at that stare. That's the stare of an asshole. A real asshole stares like that. Oh, there we go. He must be a
You must
British
be Mr.
man.
Robinson, is that correct?
Yes?
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
I presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device. It is capable of producing electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer. I had already found several potential customers for my invention, but I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazas Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazas Company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
Bye, Nero.
God's
Thank you
sake,
so
sir.
much for being on
It
the
is
stream for so
priceless.
long.
It could
to feed my
change the
dog.
world we
Nope,
live
I
in.
completely understand.
I was selling it for almost nothing.
Thank you for coming.
I am a humanitarian.
Thank you for watching. Always
Lisa.
appreciate you being here, Nero.
I do not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damn train.
Were you on the train?
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you traveling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
The timetable is strict. We cannot
To be
wait
perfectly
any longer.
honest, that guy
The
that he's yelling
regulations
at would
require
probably
the
be
train
me.
to be
Be
on
like,
time.
oh, those
You
are the rules.
are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
I will sue you.
The ticket inspector forced
Alright, let's
all
go
the
talk
passengers
to the
from
idiot.
train, except for the directors of the Barcazas Chilean Company.
Chilean stayed on the train. Storm. Okay. Accident. Chileans were left. Oh, of course they were left intentionally. Was not an accident. Of course it wouldn't be a fucking accident. Okay. Let's do more investigating. What's this? What am I looking for? Oh. There we go.
The insurance policy for Robinson's machine. A significant sum.
Insurance organized by Thomas L. Robinson for his prototype called the autonomous electricity generator. This policy partially covers the loss of the prototype up to 50% of its value. Maximum cover amount £15,000. Insurance duration 1 year renewable. Nice. Yo, I'm still rocking with you, Razor. Oh, nice. Glad that you're still here, Steve. Epic Steve. How's the podcast going, by the way? Good day to you,
gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate
I'm eager to come on your
disappearance of
podcast
last
when I'm
night's
done
train.
with Kingdom
I
Hearts 3
see.
next year.
I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions.
He's a baby face. Clean clothes. He's brand new.
Station Master Everett.
Like I
from
said, this guy would Station
told
Master
us that
Everett.
you
He'd probably
reported
be
a
me.
problem with some
So I can't feel
passengers
too bad
last
for it.
night.
I can't.
Indeed.
I can't judge him too
This
harshly.
train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham.
I actually had an
But
experience like
yesterday,
this at work
everyone was asked to
a
get
couple
off
weeks
the train
ago,
here at my station.
where I was getting yelled
I've
at
no
by
idea
somebody,
why,
and
it delayed the
because
train.
they wanted me to do
But the
something that
worst
would
of
break
it
protocol.
is that now
and
I
I'd
have
be
to
like,
deal
I
with
was like,
two
no, I can't do
furious
that,
passengers
sorry.
who are complaining about the
And they were
company's
just
service.
yelling and screaming
They've
at
stayed
me,
here the
and I
whole
just-
night, but people do not usually pay
I'm
much
like,
attention
no,
to the
I'm
regulations.
not gonna do
you see.
anything. I'm not
There
gonna.
are
I'm
very
not gonna do what you're
strict
asking
and
me to
clear
do.
rules.
That breaks the rules.
Paragraph
Sorry.
234 of Article 2G-43
Now, if a
states
detective
that in
came
the
up and
event of
started
a
asking me
complaint,
these
you
questions,
must...
Yes, thank you.
Then I'd be
I
like, oh yeah,
understand.
fuck it. Here you go. I'm gonna break protocol because the detective's asking me.
Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did. And I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The
It's
station
going-
master's
it's
reports
going
are
pretty good. I
confidential.
did not host the last
Confidential,
one as I
you
was busy,
say?
but in case
How
I
long
never
have
told
you been
the
working
podcast is
here?
sponsored now.
I've worked
Really?
long enough to be
Who's sponsoring
quite
it?
capable of managing a railway
Good for
station.
you. Very happy for you. Oh shit. Long enough to quite capable of managing a railway station. You're a rookie.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
How'd you get that
I was at the top of my
sponsorship deal,
class.
too? I'm
Listen
very
here,
curious.
young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
Ah, that is... Well, I'll tell you everything.
Yeah, I
First
wouldn't
of all,
go so far
I
like this
scolded the
guy.
ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
Alright, I will.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
Alright, let's investigate this boy's office. Let's see. Can we investigate anything here?
Don't touch anything, please.
I'm a police officer. I will do whatever I wish. Alright, let's talk to this asshole. Interserver and Razor. How did that come to be?
According to this document, you have insurance for your prototype.
Oh, thank God. Where did you find it?
Near the telegraph station.
I must have lost it when I tried to send a message, which I was prevented from doing.
I apologise for that, but regulations state that public access to the telegraph is strictly prohibited.
Upon my word, you keep on digging that hole of yours. You have no idea who I am.
I see that you kept your gripsack with you. Why don't you leave it in the luggage room?
I've had other things to think about. I lost my prototype. And this idiot station master just stands here doing nothing to help.
Oh, but...
Well, that won't do at all. Station master, I believe that the regulations state that any passenger luggage should be taken to the luggage room.
I'll do it right away, sir. Sorry, sir.
This Robinson is quite a character. We should learn more about him.
Alright, let's go to the luggage room. Oh. Let's do first person for a while. If any of you guys are motion sick, just let me know, and I'll stop doing the first person mode.
This gripsack belongs to Mr. Robinson.
I think we should open it, Holmes. This is what they call force majeure. I'll keep watch.
Of course.
I hate these. I hate these. I really like the game, but I hate these puzzle. I just do this until I'm waiting for the skip function to appear. There we go. Skip.
Look, Watson, a bundle of contracts.
If I may.
Suspicious.
Oh shit.
Mr. Robinson.
If I may, I would like to make one. Because I haven't visited your page in a while, Steve, but I'd like to make one suggestion with your podcast. Just one, because I think you have a really fun podcast. It's just for people that come back later, I would recommend adding timestamps to it for the topics you guys discuss. Even if it is very freeform, I think some kind of like timestamps for what you guys talk about, and the links for the articles in there as well. Oh, turn.
Mr. Robinson is the seller. An exclusive sales contract.
I think I forgot to highlight some shit.
Yet another exclusive sales contract. Yet another exclusive sales contract. Yet another exclusive
yes, we get the point.
Sales
sales contract. We get it. We get it. We get it.
Well, it is very clear that this Mr. Robinson received prepayments from various people for his machine.
This is a disaster. Even though he planned this fraud, he has lost far more than he could gain. Yeah, I think that's correct. Robinson's a victim. Okay. Nice. As far as links go, we do that already, but timestamps sound good. Cool. That's my only. That was my only thing. Like, cause I went back to the one that I was on, because I'd completely forgotten what we talked about on the first one. So I was like looking through it. I was like, what the fuck? Where am I? Like, what did we talk about? And I thought, I'm like, this really needs timestamps. Links to articles. I think I remember them being on there now, but timestamps I think are important too. Dialogue. The Chesterfield Station Master report was full of errors. It is hard to understand if he confirmed. All right, let's go to Chesterfield then.
This bin is full of empty bottles.
Uh-oh. We have another drinker.
A fishing advertisement.
Yep, drinker.
A telegraph.
I had thought that all station masters knew the Morse code, but apparently not.
So he's an idiot. He's
How could he fall asleep at work like this? Excuse me, sir. Wake up. Ah, his breath. He must have swallowed half a distillery.
And that explains the how.
By his sleeping off the alcohol, you mean? Wake up, please, sir.
What? The 18 hours 72 train has arrived?
Good day to you. We are investigating the disappearance of last night's train, and we should like to ask you a few questions.
I drink, but I very rarely ever go to the point where this guy's at. Oop. Married. Okay. Alcohol flask, of course. And fishing line.
Were there any passengers who got off that particular train at your station last night?
No, nobody, it seems to me. Although I did not
Drunk
leave my office,
asshole!
so...
No doubt you were very busy.
You don't say. You can't ever get any peace around here. Now you have to send a telegram each time a train arrives and departs.
Well, yeah, dude, that's called being a station master.
The station master Bertram from
basic fucking
Bridlington showed me a
responsibility.
strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
Never mind. The station master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
Never mind.
Sorry, I was away from the mic for a sec.
The station master Bertram from Bridlington showed me a strange telegram that he received from you last night. It concerned the train, but it was barely comprehensible.
What? He's a fastidious little twerp, that Bertram. I remember everything quite clearly. It was late, and I was tired, but I did my work. So what? There's no need to be so petty.
Fuck you, dude.
You were not tired, you were inebriated. Tell me the truth now, or I shall not hesitate to document your state in my report.
My friend means that you will end up by being sacked from your position.
All right. So I was drunk. I don't remember all of yesterday, to be truthful to you. Please don't go harsh on me.
Holmes, this man has consumed a considerable amount of alcohol. He's not entirely helpless yet, but...
It will not be long before he is. Obviously, his testimony cannot be trusted.
Alright. He was drunk as shit. Miss Chesterfield. Nope. Okay. Need to investigate this place further.
Ah, will I ever get any peace?
A telegraph.
Alright, let's investigate some more. Ugh! Yeah, I'm putting this back into third person. That head bob was getting to me. Let's see. Oh, nothing over here. What else should I do? Should be carefully examined. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
There is no sense in asking the station master to open it.
Okay, then.
We shall have to pick the
When
lock.
choosing a sponsor, my biggest thing was that I didn't pick one that would make us change our format. That was definitely paramount to picking one out. Good. It shows you got some integrity for your podcast and the people that are on it. I admire that. I respect and admire that. Oh, I actually got that right. Yay for me. Alright. Oh. Hello. Scratches, traces.
Bags were recently dragged here. French wine. A remarkable vintage. These bottles are too expensive for a station master's wage. They were likely taken from the parcels.
Shameful.
How the hell would anyone get away with that? Like, it's so easy to see that.
These tools were used quite recently. They are still muddy. We should ask about them.
Okay, so it must have, the train must have been there then. Oops. What the fuck? B. There we go. Congrats, Razor. On what? Oh, wrong one. Victim, Miss Chesterfield. Despite our being unsure if the station master sent the... What the fuck? Despite being unsure if the station master never passed was drunk and the train never passed through Chesterfield Station. Or it might have passed it because he would have. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We shall investigate further.
Railway post bags.
Let's go talk to the wino again. We'll yell at him some more.
You have quite a number of dirty tools lying around here.
Ah, yes. Well, thank you for reminding me. I should clean them. Although, it might be easier to put them outside. Seems it might start raining soon.
I meant, what were they used for?
Some workers come here and borrowed them from me. They wanted to lift the edge of the railway to one of the stations on the line, so that the water wouldn't come in too close.
Right.
Who were these workers?
Well, they didn't seem to be from the company, but they was fine lads. They invited me to share a drink. And whatever it was, it had a kick to it. They wasn't English. No, I don't believe so. But see, they knew just what a man needed to brighten up his dull evening.
Oh, what a fucking idiot.
A telegraph.
Alright. Let's investigate some more. Warehouse. Oh, here we go.
A handcar wheelbase. Interesting. It appears that elements of the same construction were scattered everywhere. Watson, please tell me, do you believe in magic?
Of course not, Holmes.
Then you are of the opinion that a train cannot simply disappear?
Well, we both know that that is obvious. Why are you asking such peculiar questions?
A little patience, Watson. You will understand my point quite soon. So, are you quite certain that you saw the train at Evesham Station?
Yes, of course. We saw it coming. The headlights, and heard the whistle.
But that is it. We didn't see the train itself.
But... Oh, Holmes, I'm a little confused.
So we're gonna need to build the fake train experiment.
I should use the appropriate object here. I should use the appropriate... I should use the... I should use...
Well. Now, this is one of the puzzles in the games that I can actually do.
I should use...
There we go. Wooden base. Where are you? No.
I should use...
There we go. Where's the fucking... What base is somewhere? There it is. Looking right at it.
So, now here we have the fake train that we saw approaching Evesham Station last night.
Doesn't look much like a train to me.
Be patient, Watson. I haven't finished yet. Try using your imagination. Our train requires only a headlight and a steam whistle.
So we'll need to find a steam whistle inside here. There we go. I wonder if there's more. Oh, here we go. Alright, let's finish completing our train.
The long pole is now attached. It will allow us to connect the headlight. The headlight is attached. The steam whistle is now connected.
Holmes, what can we do to make the steam whistle work?
It is elementary, my dear Watson. We shall need a fire extinguisher.
Which I already
grabbed.
The
fire extinguisher. Now let us see what we have here. The steam whistle is ready to be used. Watson, I do believe that we have created an exact replica of the train that vanished in front of us last night.
One of the few puzzles in this
criminal
game
mind
that I
can
actually
be
like.
most inventive. I am somewhat in awe.
So such a thing is possible. If someone went to all the trouble of creating this fake train, then it was surely with the intention of stealing the real one.
Ah, Watson, you should not jump to conclusions. In fact, this does not tell us very much at all, except that the train did not evaporate into thin air.
Although you half suspected it.
Huh. At any rate, we now need to find where the real train might be hidden. I suggest we use my archives to find a more detailed map of our surroundings.
Well, I hope that justifies our
Why
having
couldn't
to
we have
load
just
your
used
massive archive
Why couldn't we have
suitcase
just
onto the
used
cab.
the archive
It made
before?
us
That would have made
extremely
it so much
unpopular with our
easier.
driver.
archives is around here. There we go. Excuse me.
Now we have 2 maps.
There we go. I thought I had it. Nottingham. Can I skip? I'd like to phone a friend. Yeah, there we go.
Here it is.
Oh, it's all the way
There is a
down
side
there, of
branch
course.
to the railway. Its first switch is located between Bridlington and Chesterfield stations. There is one more station to be visited. It is located between Chesterfield and Evesham, and there should be a side railway to the nearby quarry. There is a small section of a railway at the end of Evesham station.
Examine the side of railway branch that begins at the railway switch. Alright. Let's go there first. Again, it's incredible how quick those load screens are compared to how they were on the PS4.
But it still works.
I don't know how I managed to do that on the PS4. They lead to the mines. Whoops. I guess I don't go to the mines yet. Need to look over here. Or maybe I just need to look at the sign?
Mines. This is interesting. It would be quite possible for someone to redirect the train towards the mines.
Here are the mines, Holmes. They appear to be abandoned. This mine has completely collapsed, Holmes.
It is curious, but to be truthful, I am not entirely
I
surprised.
hope my keys aren't too loud
It's difficult
where
to
you guys
follow
are able to
you,
hear
Holmes.
them. Paper package?
This is an unusual kind of paper, stiff and dry. It was used for a specific purpose. Let us look inside.
Oh, there we go.
Sawdust. I am almost certain it is a... Watson, could you assist, please? Do you have your pistol? Good. Fire at this package.
What the fuck? There we go.
Dynamite.
Hide the train. Dynamite was used after the train was... So keep investigating. Alright. We're on to next. Examine the side railway branch that leads to the quarry at the station located between Chesterfield. And examine the mines and find out how it is possible to hide a train in there. Oh, alright. So I'll examine it. Oh, here we go.
Someone removed these screws, most probably to take down the rails. A few feet of the rails
Daniel
have
Live,
been
how's it going?
dismantled.
Hey, Razor just got in. Here's a fun question. What's your favorite gaming controllers? Ooh, it's gonna be a little bit of a surprise, but my favorite is the Xbox controller, just like the basic, either like the 360 or the Xbox One. Actually, I'll probably say the Xbox One might be my favorite controller ever. Like, as much as I love PlayStation, the Xbox One controller, like, I'm holding it right now. It just feels really good to play. I'm not playing with it right now, but it does feel really good to hold. The buttons are really nice. It sounds like I'm shamelessly shilling for Xbox, but I really love the Xbox One controller. I think it's better than the PlayStation output. There's a reason PlayStation's is mimicking the Xbox controllers. Road to the mines. Somebody stole the road. Alright. Examine the mines. Alright, I guess I need to examine the mines some more. Let's go through here. And for anyone joining, the name of this game is Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. It's a really good game. One of the most underappreciated games I've ever played. I have a major soft spot for it, despite its problems. GameCube controller, best controller. Really? I thought the GameCube controller was okay. Maybe it's because I've never really been a fan of Nintendo's control schemes on their stuff. Like the N64 controller is just it's a fucking mess. Like I know the N64 is a beloved console. I like it too, but the controller on it is just that's why I'd rather they release the old N64 games on the Switch rather than trying to make a N64 mini. It just I don't like it. I don't like the controller. And I know my Nintendo friends out there are gonna crucify me for saying that, but I'm sorry, I just don't like it.
The Mexican company Caracal and the Chilean Barcazas both want to buy the mines. I need more information. Perhaps Mycroft could help.
Use the telegraph to discover more about the WEA coal mine. Alright, I'll go to Chesterfield, because I know they have a telegraph there. Get that drunk asshole out of the way and use his telegraph.
I asked Mycroft to find out some information on the WEA Coal Company. Here is his reply, and it is an interesting one.
There are two companies, the Chilean Barcazas and the Mexican Caracal. Both wanted to purchase the WEA coal mines. The Mexican Caracal consortium had established an initial deal and prepared all the paperwork. However, the Chilean Barcaza group, aided by their influential connections, managed to snatch the concluding deal for the mines. Oh, interesting. Mexicans versus Chileans. No oh yeah. Yeah, right. No. Theft made vanish in order to steal the No. That's not at all. No. No. Examine the side railway branch that leads to the quarry at the station. Examine the side railway branch that leads to the quarry. Watson, will you get out of my way, please? You move. Watson, get the fuck out of my way. Watson,
Holmes, I don't understand.
Out of my way.
Why do you care so much about this business?
Walk
with
over
the
here.
mines?
Thank you. Get the fuck out of my way. Examine the side railway branch that leads to the quarry at the station located between Chesterfield and Eversham. Okay. Let's go here. person looks suspicious.
A funny character.
And he is not.
He's not an Englishman. He's Russian.
This scent is familiar to me.
Oh,
but
no,
in
not
order to
it's-
recognize it,
it's a
I must
sombrero.
combine my associations
Of course,
into one
sombrero. I don't really like these puzzles either. Again, that's a good thing about this game. You can skip the damn puzzles. You don't have to do the puzzles, which is nice. I prefer it that way. There we go.
A greenish-brown
That one
cigar
wasn't too bad.
with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. Ricardo.
You already know the name of this man? Holmes, you amaze.
Oh, Watson.
No, Watson, I refer to the cigar. It is a Ricardo Turrent, a Mexican cigar of an excellent quality. Quite an expensive one, too.
Oh, Watson. Piece of burnt paper. Uh-oh. What's
This
this?
ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs. A greenish... These
Yeah.
ashes...
That means that the fellow spent several days here. Judging by his clothes, he's hardly a traveller or a tramp.
Well concluded, my dear fellow. A man who smoked the Ricardo brand of Mexican cigar spent several long days at Doncaster Station. Apparently, there was a conflict between the Mexicans and the Chileans. This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs.
Ugh. Like, I'm all for not judging people, but... Oh, he spent the least suspicious man. Well, he's not gonna fucking come back out, though, that's the thing. I'll need to keep investigating, but... Cigarette smoking, like, I used to smoke sometimes when I was younger. Like, not a lot. Actually, like, even some of my closest friends, they don't know
Watson,
that about me.
would you like some tea?
But,
No.
I don't know. Like nowadays, whenever I see smoke or smell someone smoking, I just, I'm like, ugh.
Holmes, look. There's a flooded area over here.
I believe that the flooded area might be worth checking.
There's a large flooded area. The suspicious man. Well, who am I gonna ask about that? All right, let's go in and talk to this man again. Oh, whoops, wrong building. Where'd that guy go? He went this way? Shit! Not this way, I think. Examine this office table.
Newspaper articles on horse racing. Hurdle, steeplechase, and flat racing. He is a true enthusiast, Holmes.
Betting slips for horse racing. The sums are quite impressive.
It can be an expensive vice. This man had probably used all his savings.
I never smoked. Good. Smoking.
A telegraph.
Smoking's not. I would not recommend it as somebody who used to. Alright, let's go talk to the station master. Station master. Talk to this idiot.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. John Watson. We are investigating the case of the vanished train.
Is that so? Well, good day, gentlemen. I am Mr. Duff, the station master of this station. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can, but there's not much that I can tell you about last night.
Oh, I'm sure. According to those betting slips, I'm sure there's plenty you can tell me. We wouldn't want those betting slips to get out in public now, would we? Uh-oh, formerly married. I wonder why. Oh.
It appears that you may be at risk of some flooding along the line here.
You mean that the whole bloody lake is at our feet?
Quite so. But it is strange, because according to my map, there should be a quarry here.
What the hell is up with the environment in the background?
The lake.
How should I know?
It's like
I
twitching.
only arrived here a few months ago.
And where did you work before that?
It's really weird.
I was working in Nottingham, but I asked for a quieter place, so they transferred me here.
Oh,
Life is
Sherlock
cheaper.
with the
I can't
LSD
really
again.
complain.
Did any passengers leave or board the train last night?
No. I saw no one as usual. I reported the train's passage by telegraph, just the same as all the other nights.
I observe that you are a gambling man, Mr. Duff. You had hoped that your relocation to this small town might have helped ease your addiction, but it was not to be.
I beg your pardon? Addiction to what?
Don't you lie to me!
We found a number of horse racing tickets inside your office. Well,
I'd
we
rather
all
live
have our
without smoke in
weaknesses.
my lungs.
An expensive
Good choice.
obsession, surely, for a station master.
It is none of your business. I occasionally attend the races with my colleagues. And anyway, that's my private life.
There was a gentleman of Mexican origin, I believe, in the waiting room. Did you notice him?
What? A Mexican? Here in the back of beyond? Are you quite sure about that?
Goodbye, sir. It is obvious that we cannot inspect the quarry. Instead, we can check the beach area around the flooded lake. Watson, it seems that both South American companies were involved in the purchase of the mine.
The man at Doncaster who fled our approach, he smokes Mexican cigars. Perhaps...
Yes, Watson. We should certainly speak with him.
Let's go speak to him.
Please, sir, we would ask you not to leave. We have some questions.
Are you the police?
No, we are employed by the railway company. We are collecting witness statements about the train that disappeared last night.
Lo siento, I'm in a hurry.
Really? It seemed that you were waiting here for someone. Could you tell us if you were at the station last night?
No, I just arrived from South America.
A formidable journey, no doubt. Which country are you from?
De Chile.
Right. Sure. Oh. Cigars again. Martial arts? I thought you were Mexican.
Chile? But you are Mexican.
No, you are wrong. Why would you think I'm Mexican?
Because of your cigars.
Sí, cigarrillos. So what?
Those cigars are the Ricardo brand, from Mexico. It is quite impossible to find them anywhere but there.
Pero not your business.
I don't suppose that you are on vacation. What business brought you here?
I was to meet my fellow compañeros, who were due to arrive yesterday. They were on that damn train. I will stay here and hope that the authorities find them, or their bodies. It's now my responsibility to repatriate them.
Who authorized you to do that?
The company I work for.
Could you tell me the name of the company?
It's not your concern.
And what is your name?
Enough questions. Buenas tardes.
Guilty!
Not a very friendly man, and he is...
Totally guilty. Mexicans are angry. They want some revenge. Revenga. Let's see what else. Flooded quarry. Okay. I guess we'll need to go visit the flooded beach then. Buenos tardes. Examine Doncaster railway station for suspicion. Examine the side railway branch. Okay, well I need to investigate this. I think I need to investigate this place more. There's probably there's definitely something I missed around here. Let's see. No, I think I've been in here. Been in there. Left luggage. Alright, let's check this out.
Railway post bags.
Oh, here we go.
This post bag belongs to the station master.
In reply to your last warning letter, I wish to assure you that I shall soon honor all the latest installments I need to pay, according to my debts. Okay, letter to wife. This should be good.
The station master appears to have found himself in some financial trouble.
My darling, I ask you to trust me this time. I shall soon have more than enough money to repay the house mortgage. It's only a matter of days. You may continue living in the house without me, since that is your wish. Ha ha. Please know that I still care about you and hope that you will forgive me one day, despite all the harm I've caused you in recent years. Yours, Edward. Yeah, Luis McKenna? Yeah, no. Not dealing with that shit. So, take that shit somewhere else, please. It's not like you can respond anyway, because I won't be able to see your shit.
Here we are at the beach that is located near the quarry and Doncaster station. It doesn't look like a very good place to rest.
Nope.
These traces were made by a carriage. Look.
Is this where I'm supposed to be
The
measuring,
distance
or?
between
Okay.
the tracks is about 6 feet 7 inches.
Yeah, it was the same
vehicle
as
pressed
the...
this stone into the ground. It would have been quite heavy. The vehicle would have been heavy, as these tracks are quite deep. These traces are relatively fresh and were made by a large truck loaded with materials. The traces found at the disassembled shed near Evesham and at the lake were from the same vehicle.
Passed through misdoc. I never passed. Station lied and sent a false report. Perhaps he was bribed with the money he desperately needed. That's a possibility. Saw that comment, was wondering when he'd say something. Look, I'm all for, you know, fun shit talking among people, but when you come into somebody's chat and tell them to slit your throat open, yeah, you can fuck right off. I will not tolerate that shit here. Like, I may lose control of it in the fucking comments section of my videos, because I very rarely ever look at comment sections on my videos, but with live chat, yeah, you can fuck right off if you're gonna talk like that. I don't care if it's in jest or not. Like, I'm not gonna fucking tolerate that shit. That kind of violent shit. I don't need your presence. If you're gonna talk like that.
An abandoned gypsy caravan. This place was abandoned fairly recently. Observing the coastline and the moored boats, we are able to see that the lake's water level dropped. The lake has flooded the quarry. The dam was probably breached.
Am I done with this area, or is there more? Inspect the beach area around the lake. Okay, there's more. There's probably something I'm missing. Oh, there we go. Coastline, refutes.
A label with the name Las Zarpas.
Oh, God. Is that glitching again? Okay, cool. Inspected the beach. Examined the side railway branch that leads to the quarry at the station. Side railway branch leads to the quarry. The station located between... Okay. Located between... What was it? Chesterfield and Eversham? Yeah, Doncaster? Yeah. Alright, I guess there's something left over there I gotta do. Oh, there's Destiny 2 DLC that came out today? Oh, I didn't know that. Not that I really give a shit, because I don't play that fucking game anymore. Look, I know that game's supposedly made a comeback and all, but I'm never going back to it. Just any game, any company that feels the need to throttle XP and then lie to the player about it in order to encourage them to buy microtransactions, that is a game. I don't care what it's like years on down the road. That is an instant turnoff for me. That's just shitty. That's just super scummy. And I don't like that at all. Let's run away from the thing. The side railway branch. Destiny sucks, yeah. Oh, here we go.
This railway branch should lead to the quarry. Let us... The rail is rusted and looks old, but the railway is still usable.
Alright, let's take a look. Oh.
The railway ends here. That is strange.
Interesting. There's gotta be something else I missed. Probably the rail switch. The first Destiny screwed me over so bad I never bothered getting Destiny 2.
The switch is rusted, but it still works.
I mean, my feelings on vanilla Destiny are fully known for people that know this channel, but railway to quarry, road to the mines. Somebody smashed the roads that temporarily covered the flooded quarry. Somebody stole the rails to temporarily cover the missing section. Temporarily cover the missing section of the old railway. Somebody stole the rails to temporarily cover the missing section of the railway into the mines. Somebody stole the rails to temporarily cover. Fuck, I don't know. Like, the original vanilla Destiny I thought was just crap. Vanilla Destiny 2, I actually liked vanilla Destiny 2. Like, for people that, I'll never understand how anyone can think vanilla Destiny is better than vanilla Destiny 2. Do you guys not remember what vanilla Destiny was like? Vanilla Destiny sucked. But then I got it when got into it when Taken King came out, and I got, what was the Rise of Iron for free, so I was like, fuck it. Fuck it, I'll just go with this one. Nope. Road to the Mines. We'll do that one, because that doesn't miss Chesterfield. Could have been sunk in the flooded area, Doncaster. Oh. Let's fix this up. Okay. What do we do now? Search archives. Oh. Alright. Let's run back. But Destiny 2, the minute it was revealed that they were throttling XP, I was done. I uninstalled the game, and I haven't thought about it since. I mean, I've thought about it, but I want nothing to do with it, if I'm being honest. Research. Maybe research? Marks and symbols. No, that's not it.
My search.
Maybe it's encyclopedias. I'll find it in there. I've played this fucking game. I should know. Oh, here we go.
Here it is.
The Las Zarpas barges are leaders in heavy goods transportation. The Las Zarpas label belongs to the Mexican consortium Caracal, who cover shipping, electricity service, and mining. Okay, so they definitely took that. They took that on the boat and drowned it. Barges, yeah. Yeah. Could be sunk. Has been sunk in the flooded quarry. The Mexicans drowned the blind justice. The Mexicans' inhumanity towards Chileans have cost many lives. We must act quickly. Yep, blind justice. Let's get them. Taking King should have been part of Vanilla Destiny. Vanilla Destiny was so inspired. There was nothing to do with it.
Then the case
yeah, it was shit. For lack of a better word, it was shit.
I shall require assistance for the arrests. There were accomplices.
Ah, but I know that look. You have your own ideas. What are they, Holmes?
On the one hand, we have Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble. But it will be a long and drawn-out process, and possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit. Our other option is the local constabulary, and advice from our friend Lestrade. The problem we have there is that the authorities seem to be incapable of acting quietly. They rely on brute force. It could result in an international scandal. All the same, I think that I prefer the forces methods. It would be better to resolve the case quickly and efficiently, without any talk of politics.
Good.
Let us go home then.
Good man.
I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
No, I did not say that we had finished here yet.
Well, all right. What did I miss?
Watson, we know that the Barcazas Company directors were drowned in the flooded quarry, along with the train and Robinson's prototype. But we still need to corner the guilty party.
But how do you intend to prove... Oh, no. Please don't tell me we have to dive into the lake.
Huh. You may rest assured that I have a far better idea. We have only to use our corrupt Doncaster station master as bait. He will unwittingly trap our Mexican friend.
Of course, you already had a plan. I shall follow you, Holmes.
Well, the case is solved, and we shall be heading home. May we have 2 tickets to London, please?
Right away. Wait a minute. You've solved the case?
In a manner of speaking. Can you believe that the rescue service miraculously saved one of the Chileans who were on board the train? The police have ordered his immediate escort to London on the next train.
He pulled through, then? He's alive?
Yes, by extreme good fortune. His condition is quite serious, and the method of transportation has its risk. but he will be held securely by the doctor and police officers. The gentleman carries some vital information on this case. I am sure of it.
Ah, really?
Your station will be famous, Mr. Duff. The journalist will be here before you know it. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
What an idiot. I would have seen through that.
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
Alright, John Wick style. Kaboom! Yeah! I've never been on a train before. Really? It's fun.
Good shot, Watson. I always knew you were a talented marksman.
Aw, yeah.
I didn't want
Get
another
some
life
Red Dead
lost
Redemption
in this
2
case.
action in there.
Oh my god! I thought I was a dead man.
You shouldn't be so glad about it. You'll be up before the judge.
Your testimony will be of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence. By the way, Watson, would you be so kind as to give me some shooting lessons later on?
Yes, but not in our sitting room, and not with you wearing a blindfold.
Nah. Yeah, accept the decision. Yeah, that's fine. 69% solved the case the same way. People made the same moral choice. Alright. So that was Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. Yeah, I think I'll end the stream here. Because I started, I think, what time is it? Oh god, it's almost 4:30. 4:30 my time. So I need to start making dinner soon. So thank you so much to everyone that participated in the stream. Let me go down the usual list. Thank you so much to David Timmer. Thank you so much, Epic Steve. Thank you so much, TheRichestMan. Thank you so much, dkdragonfang. Thank you so much, Bobby. Thank you so much, Mario Perez. Thank you, Eric. DeadWade 213. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nero Cesana, as always. And I think that'll wrap it up for the stream tonight. So I think what I'll do from now on, I'll just forget the whole fucking making the video like, oh, leave your comments here and what have you. But I think I'll just do from what I can try, I'll try to do this every seasonal or whatever. I will try to do some kind of live stream Q&A thing. I'd like to do it monthly, but I don't want to promise that because of my work and my school and all that. But with school ending soon for me, yeah, it's see you Razor just in time because it's time for dinner. Awesome. Glad I have good timing with that. So thank you to everyone that watched. Thank you to everyone that, I don't know, just supported me for a long time. So with that being said, I will catch you guys later on the next live stream. Have a good night, everyone. Take care.